Recording. Did not say recording.
1 second.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you, wherever you are. Thank you for joining our weekly webinar. Thank you for your continued support. We need your presence. We need your support always. This is a movement for all and each and every one of you. We have a great list of speakers today, different topics. Their names, their presence, their topics speak for themselves. We're not going to spend too much time with introductions because they will introduce themselves. We are going to start with our great musician, Ahmed Muin. It's the music of inspiration, the music of resilience, the music of survival despite it all. We need his voice more than ever because it does feel exhausting for all of us. We are all sick from genocide, and we do believe that Ahmed and his music and his team and people like him are important because they keep us going. So Ahmed, it's all yours. تفضل.
Okay, good evening everyone and مساء الخير لكم. احنا عندنا مساء, good morning, good evening, good everything.
With
أول
everything.
حاجة يعني أنا سعيد جدا كمان مرة. I am very happy to see all of you here and it's my honor to be part of this webinar. You know, I hope you're gonna you like the song that we will rebuild Gaza. It takes a lot of time, a lot of hard work. You know, we trying to take shots in the destroying building in Shifa, behind the Shifa hospital, because there is a lot of destruction there, and we take it here on the beach in the middle of Gaza City. Until now, the situation is very hard. Until now, there is a bombing, there is a striking. Last night I wasn't sleeping because there's huge explosions, and we afraid that they're gonna strike some places here in Khan Yunis, in Deir al-Balah, in Gaza City, everywhere, everywhere. Until now, everywhere, and they strike place in the central of Gaza City in Rimal. A camp has a lot of tents, a lot of innocent people. They strike between the tents, and there's a lot of dead people, murder a lot of people, and kids and women. Yeah, until now, we don't know what coming next, but we still have hope, and we still singing. You know, sometimes we feel exhausted, sometimes we feel very tired, but we run away with music, to the music, to run away from what we're suffering. Right now there's a lot of kids are absent from the activities because they have examination in the schools, but maybe in the next week we're gonna begin again. It's like a rest for us. But underline every the area here is safe, inshallah. I hope always gonna be safe. So this is the situation here in the middle of Gaza City. But we have a problem, guys. I don't know what is the problem. Like, if we have a scratch in our body, any scratch, it's take a lot of time to heal, and there will be inflammation and getting big and something like that. I don't know why. Until now, I have a scratch in my leg since 3 weeks. Until now, it's not healing. A little bit of stretch, a little bit. It's nothing. I don't know. It's from the water, from the weather, from the sand, I don't know why. Yeah. So let me sing a song for you to begin.
But before you begin, ya Ahmed, before the song, I think as doctors we do have some explanation of why people don't heal fast in Gaza, or why any minor injury can cause more profound impact on the body than it's expected. And it's mostly because of the living condition of the people of Gaza, the malnutrition, the psychological, mental stress, the prolonged genocide and the siege before that, and above all, just maybe the loss of any hope for, any immediate relief or something like that. So, I mean, don't blame yourselves. It's kind of, it comes unfortunately with the package, which is not acceptable and not true. But scientifically, what you said is very sound. It is very sound because the people of Gaza have been going through too much, and their bodies are weak, and their ability to, sustain or respond or heal is very much impacted. So let's go with your sons now. Further.
Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm gonna sing the new song of "We Will Rebuild Gaza." هدموا بيتي جرفوا أرضي ومش رحمين جوعوا شعبي قتلوا أملي بس صمدين هدموا بيتي جرفوا أرضي ومش رحمين جوعوا شعبي قتلوا أملي بس صمدين رغم الأسى رغم الدمار والتهجير والحصار لازم نرجع لك يا دار شعبي صامت ما بينهار راح نعمرها غزة الأحرار We will rebuild Gaza. We will rebuild Gaza. We will rebuild Gaza. We will rebuild Gaza. Free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine. Come on, sing with me. Free Palestine, free
Free
Palestine,
Palestine,
free
free
Palestine,
Palestine,
free Palestine, free
free
Palestine,
Palestine,
free
free
Palestine.
Palestine.
Soon it's gonna be free.
Inshallah.
Yalla, let's do it again.
So
Start with we will rebuild Gaza. We have to do it now together, ya Ahmed.
Okay.
Start with we will
together,
rebuild Gaza, and we can
one,
do all of it together.
2, 3, 4. We
Well,
will rebuild Gaza.
Gaza,
We
We
will
will
rebuild
rebuild
Gaza.
Gaza.
We will
Will
rebuild
rebuild
Gaza.
Gaza.
We will rebuild Gaza. Free Palestine together. Free Palestine. Free Palestine.
unmute,
Free
you're all muted, guys.
Palestine.
Unmute.
Free
Free
Palestine.
Palestine,
Free
free
Palestine.
Palestine, free Palestine,
Free Palestine. Free
free
Palestine.
Palestine,
Ahmed,
Free
Ahmed,
Palestine,
Ahmed,
Palestine. Free
free
Palestine,
Free
free
Palestine.
Palestine,
Ahmed,
free
Ahmed, معلش. Guys, you were all muted. Do you want to do it again? Unmute, do it all together, or that's enough? It's up to you. They were all.
Maybe we can see the song if we can share it.
Yeah, let's see the video. Yeah, let's share the video.
Dr. Catherine, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone was muted, so we did not hear you guys. Okay, that's fine. Let's see the song.
مين بيقدر يشيرها يا جماعة؟ خلينا نشيرها أنا. شير
أحمد
سكرين. يلا.
أحمد إذا بتبع
موجودة
I
في الجروب
think
تبعتنا يا إكرام.
هلا أنا I'll share it دقيقة.
اوكي هي موجودة على اليوتيوب.
موجودة
share على
على
اليوتيوب.
الجروب تبعنا. اوكي 1 second. وين هي.
اقول لكم شغلة صراحة، يعني كتير اخذت منا وقت صراحة في ظل الظروف هاي.
We lost أحمد. الإنترنت تاعه مش كتير منيح شكله.
A lot of panelists are not unmuted.
Can you hear?
No, there is
No,
no
I
sound.
think you can share sound.
Can you do it the other way, إكرام لو سمحتي? With sound.
I did.
You have to click share sound when you
Yeah.
share.
I did. Share sound.
أهلا وسهلا أحمد، نورت. You are muted أحمد. Unmute أحمد، أنت الميكروفون تاعك مسكر.
I'm lost connection but الحمد لله إجا.
أهلا وسهلا، نورت.
I don't know why it's not working
صوت.
for me. مش عارفة.
اوكي.
احكوا.
اوكي انا احاول اشوف.
Maybe.
أيوه تمام. هيك تمام.
هدموا بيتي جرفوا أرضي ومش راح لي، جوعوا شعبي قتلوا أملي بس صمدي.
هدموا بيتي جرفوا أرضي ومش راح لي، جوعوا شعبي قتلوا أملي بس صمدي.
رغم الأسى رغم الدمار والتهجير والحصار، لازم نرجع لك يا دار. شعبي صامد ما بينهار، راح نعمرها غزة الأحرار.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, this is the song. I
It's
hope you guys.
so powerful. It's so powerful. So powerful.
This is exactly the
Amazing.
spirit that you need. You
Thank
put
you
it
so
in
much.
the
You
music.
know,
Shukran. Shukran, Ahmed.
Amazing.
people that include, okay, the people that include in this video, they are my friends, a lot of musicians that send me that video, sing that song with me and send me the videos. I'm including them inside the videos from all over the world. I have to thank them from this webinar, and I have to thank you guys to you can share this video to spread our message to all the world, and we try our best to change what is happening here and rebuild Gaza together.
Inshallah. Ameen. Yes. That's why we are all here.
Please spread the word, subscribe to Ahmed's channel, and share the song widely. This song has to be alamiya, like international. I'll put the link in the chat.
Inshallah. You know, you know, guys, I need a solution. You know, we are living right now. We are live in the beach. The tents cannot cover us from the heat and the sun. You know, until now, my face is burning. Even I wear my t-shirt, my skin under the t-shirt is burning. So we don't have a solution. Like it's not me. It's not only me. All the displacing people in Gaza. There's a few buildings standing. They are living in these buildings. They are okay, not a lot okay, but all the people are in the camps are suffering from the sun and the heat until now. Yeah.
You need homes, you need reconstruction, you need the borders to be open, you need building material to come in, and mobile homes until these buildings are built. And that's what we keep demanding from the international so-called community. And it should be the demand for every human that the people in Gaza rebuild.
Inshallah. I think, guys, you know, this song, we make it from the tents, no equipment, no professional studios. It's only with mic, with a sponge, and with an old camp, you know, an old camp. Uh, we we trying our best. I think if anyone who insists on something, not a lot okay, but all the people are in the camps. You know, we are living. Well, there's the feedback. I think if anyone insists in something, he can do it. Doesn't matter the circumstances, but you want to do something, you can do it. In any way. But it's need a brave heart.
Thank you, Ahmed.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for sharing this and being with you. It's my honor.
Everybody
I
is
love all the doctors in all over the world, really, and I'm very happy to be part of you.
وإحنا
Of
أكتر.
Doctors
We are
Against Genocide.
more than happy to have you with us. And people are so excited. Ahmed for the third time, amazing. So,
No, Ahmed, every time.
yes,
You're,
people love
this is
you.
home, Ahmed. This is consider this your home, and please come
Habib,
every week and open up and keep inspiring us. And I agree with you. We all need each other. We all need each other. Every one of us.
Inshallah, in the coming days, inshallah, there's another song. It's called Bravo You. It's talk about we don't care what is going on. We're gonna sing, we're gonna dance, we're gonna swim, we're gonna play, we're gonna laugh. And this is Bravo You, people of Gaza, that you are surviving this madness circumstances. And this is the name of the song, Bravo You.
I love it. I love it.
Inshallah.
Sounds good.
And
We
in
need,
this
we
song,
we need your voice.
you're gonna see the other face of Gaza. the people, people who love to to forget what they are suffering. They trying to seek a beautiful moment, to steal a beautiful moment in this situation. Inshallah, and you're gonna love it soon. Soon you're gonna see it. We are
شاء
working
الله
in that.
إن شاء الله شكرا يا أحمد شكرا إلك thank
Welcome.
you
You are welcome. Okay, I'm leave the mic for anybody else.
And
thank
Ahmed, please tell us how we can support you. So everyone, please go subscribe to Ahmed Instagram, YouTube, and everything, and please keep us updated on how we can support you. And we, as doctors, healthcare community, know that music can be therapeutic. It's part of therapy. So we need to also keep thinking about ways we can use this music to heal the victims of this genocide, the people who are undergoing all these circumstances, and the patients, and the doctors, and the nurses. So your voice, your inspiration is
Inshallah,
therapeutic, and it's healing by itself. But we, if there is more programs we can develop, then we are ready here to support
yeah,
them.
yeah. I'm thinking about Project Doctor. I'm thinking about project that we have to heal and support with music the doctors here in Gaza to make a party for them
Mm,
on the beach in anywhere.
amazing
They have music, they have fun, they have food, and let them forget what they are suffering because we are, want to heal these people who are suffering a lot and they are working a lot days and night. So let them have a little bit of good moment,
حلو
and then we gonna inshallah working in a project with the kids in the hospitals that they are taking some medicine, sleeping there in the hospital. I'm thinking about these two projects. Inshallah, we're gonna make it soon together. And I have a colleagues, a band, Gaza Bird singing band. We have to work in that, inshallah.
thank you so much do we hear
Najia. Now we
from
go with
Najia
Najia. Is
next
Najia here?
مرحبا.
أهلا وسهلا نجي، كيف حالك؟
الحمد لله، كيفكم؟ شو
شو
أخباركم؟
أخبارك؟
والله تمام.
بدنا نحكي معك قبل ما يروح النت عندك. أنا بعرف إنه أنت بخيمة بالتنت هلا. You live in the tent, so we need to speak with you before it gets dark and before you lose connection.
مم. بس حابة أحكي بالأول لأحمد إنه الحرية في فلسطين والحياة لغزة، وأنا بنت رفح. يا رب أرجع رفح قريبا، لأنه أنا إلي سنتين ما شفتش رفح، وأنا ما موتنيش الحنين للحياة ولا الحنين لأي شيء، ولا موتتني قذيفة، موتني بس حنين لرفح وشوقي لبيتي ولقبر أختي الشهيدة اللي هناك، وأساسا ما بعرف إذا تجرف أو ضايل موجود. فالحرية لفلسطين، الحرية لكل غزة ولكل الأسرى يا رب.
شكرا لك كثير، شكرا لك كثير يا رب.
أحمد أنت من وين أصلا؟
أنا من وين أصلا؟ أنا من بيت حنون.
So
The
Ahmed
north
is from
of
Bet Hanun,
Gaza.
the far north of Gaza, and Najia is from Rafah, the southern part, and they both miss their homes, their families. Najia misses her sister who was murdered by the genocidal Israeli armies with the support of the American and Western bombs. So we are sorry, Najia, for your loss. We are sorry you lost your sister, you lost your home, your city. We are sorry, Ahmed. The whole world should apologize to you. And always remember that the whole world owes you and the people of Gaza all this catastrophe that they impacted on them. So stay proud, stay strong. We will try our best. I think the people of the world are with you, and you touch the heart of every human being on this planet. And honestly, everyone looks up to Gaza now, to the people of Gaza. Everyone knows that your cause is a just cause. Everyone sees you for how deeply human, how honorable, how dignified you are. But unfortunately, the leaders and the money and the power is what is complicit in this genocide. But don't forget that we, the people of the world, the majority of us, are with you. day and night, and we hear you, we see you, we hear your pain, and we will never stop until everyone in Palestine, in Gaza, is free, and until Palestine is free from the river to the sea, and until justice and accountability to the criminals is achieved. All respect, Ahmed and Najia. تفضل Najia. Najia is going to talk about the situation with schools and educations, and it caught my attention. She posted something on her Facebook saying that rebuilding the education does not mean just having a tent and a couple of pieces of paper. Education, the education system, the educational environment is much bigger than that. So, since she is a teacher, she has a personal reflections on the situation in Gaza. We know that there's more than 1 million child in Gaza who have not been to schools for about 3 years, and that is by itself is a crime against humanity and a crime against children committed by the only democracy in the Middle East. تفضل نجية.
يعطيك العافية. طبعا زي كل الأشياء الممنهجة والحروب اللي عنا، التعليم أساس الحروب كلها. يعني الحرب الأساسية هنا التعليم. العالم الخارجي مفكر إنه لما يتبرع، لما نعمل شادر وشوية خشب ونبني خيمة والطفل يتعلم يوم بعد يوم بس 3 ساعات، يعني 12 ساعة بالأسبوع فقط، الطفل بيذهب للمدرسة، وما بعد هيك بروح على طوابير المي وطوابير الخبز والحياة اللي هو عايشها. طبعا عشان يكمل دراسته محتاج اللي هو هواتف، والهواتف هذه محتاجة إنترنت، والإنترنت محتاج فكة، والفكة مش موجودة، ومحتاج إنه يشحن جواله على الأقل مرة في اليوم، طبعا بفكة، والفكة مش موجودة كمان. يعني زي الدائرة اللي كلها مستحيلات. طبعا هذه الدائرة كلها مستحيلات. ليش؟ لأنه الاحتلال بيمنع دخول الألواح الطاقة الشمسية اللي إحنا أساسا نشحن منها. ثانيا بيمنع الهواتف، ممنوع دخول الهواتف أو أي ألواح ذكية اللي هو الطالب ممكن يستكمل دراسته عليها. ثالثا هي فكة، أزمة الفكة اللي ما حدش بيعرف عنها، ولازم أي العائلة توفرها مشان يقدر يكمل تعليمه. فهذه الحلقات كلها بتكتمل
نجية معلش بس
بتكتمل بس
خلينا نترجم لك لو سمحتي عشان على السريع. Najia is describing that the infrastructure for education does not mean building a tent and having few papers for the students. In order for students at the current time that we live in to learn, the student needs to be at school and not go and stand in lines to get food and to get water. Once done with the 3 hours in the tent when he or she are given some instruction, the student needs internet. The students need a computer or a smartphone. For that, the student needs cash. There is no cash in Gaza. In order for the student to charge the phone, if they have a phone, they need cash to pay for charging. So every student is sitting in the circle of impossible scenarios. And that is made worse because Israel is not letting smartphones in and not letting solar powers in, and cash is not there. So the family is not able to help their child to learn, even if they wanted to. تفضلي نجية. Najia? Did we lose Najia?
Yeah, she froze. I think her connection is off.
Uh-oh.
Najia, are you there?
خلينا نستناها شوي.
Yeah. Ahmed, تحتكي.
It's always the internet is not stable.
Yeah.
It's not easy to have a good connection, you know. I'm trying my best to have a connection.
Here she is.
Okay, she's come back.
تفضل نجية، إلك الدور. افتح افتح المايك الله يخليك يا. سامعتنا نجية؟ افتح المايك. ايوه هيك منيح.
تمام. هلا المشكله مش بس بالانشاء اللي هو الخيام التعليميه. فعليا الطلاب الجلوس، طريقه جلوس الطلاب اساسا غير مريحه، حجر ورمل، بيقعدوا على الرمال في الخيام، يعني مش على كرسي بطريقه ادميه. كمان يعني لازم نوصل الصوره كامله، الصوره اللي ما حدش ما بيعرفها، انه الطلاب اساسا طريقه جلوسهم لاستيعاب اي معلومه خاطئه.
Najia is saying the problem is not solved by just building a tent for the student. The tents do not have desks, do not have chairs. So while the students are getting instructions, they are actually sitting on the sand in very uncomfortable position, which, as we know, can be very distracting and is not conducive to learning. تفضلي.
فعليا هنا معدل الأمية والجهل في ازدياد. يعني احنا كنا قبل الإبادة كان الطالب يروح ساعات دوام 12 6 ساعات يوميا، يروح يحل واجباته، ويحضر للدروس اللي كانت اللاحقة والسابقة، ويحضر برامج تعليمية. يعني كان معظم وقته أكثر من 10 ساعات يوميا كان بس دراسة وتعليم. هلأ 3 ساعات وال21 ساعة بيقضيها في طوابير المية، طوابير الخبز، بيقضيها في تنظيف الخيام أسبوعيا. طبعا احنا عندنا حشرات، أو بالأمراض. فحتى طريقة لعبهم، التنشئة نفسها غيرت طريقة تفكيرهم ولعبهم وسلوكهم. 3 ساعات ما بتنمي عقل أو سلوك أي طفل بأي مكان بالعالم. طبعا ال3 ساعات هدول يوم بعد يوم، مش كل يوم.
Yeah. Najia is describing a very difficult reality. Gaza historically has been, the literacy rate has been almost 99%. All the students, girls, boys, spent at least 6 hours at school and then 3 to 4 hours at home doing homework, preparing for their lessons afterwards. Most families enrolled their children in extracurricular activities, which kept the children occupied and led them to be very highly literate and educated. Right now, the rates of illiteracy and the rates of lack of knowledge and ignorance have dramatically increased, because now it's only 3 hours every 2 days. And the rest of these hours are spent on activities that children should not be involved in, which is standing in line for food, trying to get rid of insects in the tents, trying to clean their surroundings, and living in very difficult conditions. تفضلي.
المشكلة مش مكان الصرف، كمان المشكلة بحياة كاملة تم صياغتها تحت الإبادة. إحنا مش قدام أزمة تعليمية بس، قدام أزمة تنشئة وطفولة وحياة كاملة. كيف لطفل يتعلم الانضباط الدراسي وهو ما بيعرف أصلا ينام من الحشرات؟ يعني الطفل بالعالم، كل مكان بالعالم بيصير عنده ساعة بيولوجية بصحى عليها على ميعاد المدرسة. هنا بصحى من الحشرات ومن زمور المية لو أجت المية بدري. كيف حيعرف يتعلم أو يركز في واجباته؟ هو بيقضي يومه بس في مقومات الحياة اللي مفروض هو أساسا ما بيعرف عنها إشي غير إنها متوفرة له. كيف حيتعلم الاستقرار النفسي؟
yeah.
كيف حيتعلم الاستقرار النفسي هو أساسا نازح بشوارع مدينة غريبة عليه وغريبة على أهله، بخيمة بالصيف بتحرق جلده وبالشتاء بسبح فيها.
Okay. The formula that has been placed in front of the children in Gaza is not limited to just living in a tent. The whole structure of life has been altered because of the genocide. Children are not able to sleep. They have to wake up in the middle of the night because of the insects that touch their skin. They wake up if they hear the alarms for the water coming. Obviously, the bombs, sirens, and all these things. They are not able to have a normalcy in any way or form. They're not settled. Their sleep is disrupted. their feeding schedule is disrupted. Everything is disrupted, especially because 90% of those families are displaced to places that they're not familiar with, in tents that they are not used to. تفضلي.
أنا بمخيمي الأسبوع الماضي صار قصف على بوابة المدرسة. فمش تتخيلوا شكل الأهالي هم بيجروا بس يشوفوا أولادهم هل هم أصحاء ولا بركة دماء وممكن يكونوا أشلاء. 17 طالب اتصابوا في مدرسة في الصيف لأنه تم قصف خيمة على بوابة هذه المدرسة. بعد هذا الحدث وبعد الحدث هذا أغلب الأهالي خافوا على أولادهم وقعدوهم من المدرسة. لأنه بالنهاية بالنسبة لهم
in Najia's camp itself, the tent where the school was erected was bombed and 17 children were injured. The parents ran into the tent where the school is, wondering whether they will find their children dead and into pieces or still alive. After that, most parents stopped sending sending the children to the educational tent because they're worried to what might happen to them. I'm going to ask Najia a question. Do you feel that بتلاحظي إنه الأطفال مستهدفين أحيانا أو المدارس مستهدفة من قوات الاحتلال؟
قوات الاحتلال مش مهم عندها مين اللي تحت الصاروخ. أهم حاجة بالنسبة لها تحقق إنجاز هذا الصاروخ واللي هو عدد أكبر من الضحايا. مش مهم طفل مرأة، مش مهم إيش لونه، إيش بيعمل بيلعب، المهم صاروخها يحقق اللي هو الميدالية الذهبية أكبر عدد من الضحايا. أغلب الضحايا للأسف أطفال.
I'm asking Najia, does she have the impression that schools or tents that have children are targeted by IDF? She said the target is usually the maximum number of civilians killed when it comes to Israeli bombs. So as long as they are able to kill the maximum numbers, they feel that they have achieved the goal. تفضلي.
بصراحة الأم الوحيدة اللي كانت مبسوطة بالاستهداف هي الأم اللي عارفة إنه ابنها أساسا ما بروحش على المدرسة. الأم اللي ابنها فاشل. أنت متخيلة لأي درجة وصلنا إنه أنا ابني فاشل مبسوطة ما راحش على المدرسة خلص ما ماتش. هي الوحيدة اللي كانت مرتاحة بالمخيم.
That's a very difficult reality to understand. The moms who felt at peace are the moms whose children have zero interest in school, so they will not go to the tent where the school is, and they will just stay around where their parents are. Those are the moms who feels some peace. تفضلي.
واكثر إشي بزعل الاهالي اللي عن جد حريصين على تعليم اطفالهم للاسف ما بيقدروا يشحنوا جوالهم او يوفروا معلومات او فرصه او حياه او حتى ابسط الاشياء. الاطفال 4 على جوال واحد يعني ما بيصلهم الدور لانه الام تعرف ايش اساسا المفروض تدرس او ايش المنهج المفروض تلقنه لطفلها. انه احنا عندنا بالنهايه اي بيت فيه حاليا من هاتف لهاتفين. فلا تخيل لما يكون في الخيمه الواحده اكثر من 4 اطفال او 3 اطفال ما بيصلهم الدور. طبعا برجع ممنوع تفوت من فتره طويله. يعني احنا ما في عندنا هواتف في قطاع غزه ممنوع تفوت. الاحتلال الألواح الطاقة الشمسية اللي بنشحن فيها الهواتف والهواتف ممنوع تفوت.
The biggest challenge for families who are interested in the education of their children is to find smartphones for them so that they can do their homework or see the curriculum that they have. And that is made impossible because a family that has 4 children who are of school age probably has one phone, and this phone has to be given to each child for a period of time, and that can be extremely difficult, especially if they want to learn on it. And this is compounded by the fact that Israel is not letting any cell phones in, any smartphones in, any computers in, and the solar powers are also not there. Obviously, this theme keeps coming back and back because imagine if you do not have energy and you do not have a functioning phone, how would we survive? تفضلي.
طبعا اكيد انتم عارفين انه قبل الاباده كان الشعب الفلسطيني وخاصه في غزه احنا عندنا اكثر ناس مثقفين متعلمين في فلسطين على يعني عالميا انه احنا عندنا الثقافه والتعليم مهم جدا. فانت ما توفر لي خشبه وشادر، وفر لي الاساسيات، وفر لي الطرق اللي احنا نتعلم فيها. بالنهايه انا ما بدي تديني الصنارة لأن عشان تعلمني الصيد. أنا بارع في الصيد، أنا مغرم في الصيد، أنا بعرف أصيد، بس أنت وفر لي الأساسيات. وهذا كمان طلب مش طلاب التعليم، كمان طلاب الحياة اللي إحنا الكبار حابين حابين نتوفر هذه الوسائل لنا كمان.
Najia is telling the world this is coming from a place where that has the most educated people in Palestine, Gaza, most knowledgeable, most educated, most cultured. She says, do not give us a tent and a few papers. Give us a sustainable way to regain our literacy, regain our ability to learn and improve. Give us freedom to learn. Give us the tools, and we do not need anything further. We know how to use the tools.
بضيف شغلة إنه إحنا عنا النهار مش زي باقي العالم، إحنا النهار أقصر لأنه إحنا يعني مسافة ما تروح الشمس خلص بنتهي نهارنا. لأنه هي شايفة كيف أنا ضاوية بجوال وبحكي من جوال والشحن حيخلص خلص بضلني لتاني يوم مش عارفة شو أعمل.
Yeah.
وبالمسافة هاي اللي أنا أساسا بكون المفروض إني أدرس فيها، المفروض إني أعبي دور المية إما بروح عليا، أقف طابور خبز إما بروح عليا. يعني أشياء تانية مهمة إحنا المفروض نعملها. فإحنا طبعا بدنا نعيش، فإيش بنعمل؟ بنأجل التعليم.
Najia is painting a very vivid picture of life in Gaza right now. She says the day is much shorter in Gaza because once the daylight is gone, there is basically darkness everywhere because electricity is no more. And if you do not have a charged phone, then you have to go stand in line for the water. You have to stand in line for food. So by the time you can actually sit and relax a little bit and learn something or read something, your phone is out of battery. There's no light, and that's it. Darkness. تفضلي نجية.
مش عارفة شو أضيف كمان، بس أنا
Yeah.
في أزمة تانية حابة عنها إذا ممكن.
تفضلي.
إحنا كل صيف في المكان اللي إحنا فيه أو بالمواصي بشكل عام بتم ضرب اللي هو الخط الرئيسي للمياه. فتخيلي إنه إحنا عايشين على أكم من لتر مياه اللي بنقدر نشيله طبعا من عربيات مسافات عشان نقدر نتحمم، نقدر نغسل، نقدر نجلي، نقدر أساسا هي حياتنا اللي هي نسقيها. تمام. فإنه الأزمات اللي عندنا وحوالينا أو الحروب اللي إحنا بنعيشها بصراحة أكبر من القصف. يعني إحنا في غزة بنحكي إن يلي استشهد ما يعني بنحب الحياة، بس بنفس الوقت كل يوم وكل لحظة وكل ساعة بخلونا نندم إنه إحنا عايشين أساسا.
Another thing that is very difficult is water. There's no water that is provided to the tent. So people have to go to where the water tank is and carry their water back to the tent where they live. That water has to be enough for drinking, cooking, washing clothes, and taking a shower. This makes life extremely difficult. A lot of people envy those who have been martyred, and the life in Gaza is a continuous disaster that is not done just by the bombs, but by the life that is imposed on the people. نجية شكرا لك، انت اعطيتينا فكرة كتير واضحة. وبصراحة يعني الواحد بيستحي انه مش عم يقدر يعمل اكتر ومش عم يقدر يساعد اكتر. سامحينا ورح نضلنا نحاول معكم ونكون معكم بكل لحظة. فشكرا لك حبيبتي. Thank you so much Najia. You gave us a very vivid picture of life in Gaza. Our duty to you is to be on your side and to refuse to look away, and to continue to advocate for this nightmare to end for you and for the beautiful people in Gaza. This is inflicted, this is not a natural disaster. Everything is around the corner. If only they let these building materials, these phones, these computers, everyone wants to help, except that the Israelis are not letting anything in. So we know the problem and we know who the problem is. شكرا نجية.
انكم بتسمعونا لسه ومحسسينا انه احنا لسه عايشين. طول ما في حدا بيسمعنا بيدعمنا والله. شكرا لكم.
Najia said, as long as people hear our stories, we feel that we are still alive. That shows everyone who's listening the big responsibility that we have on our shoulders. We refuse to look away. We actually cannot look away because people like Najia need us to bear witness and need us to be their voices. شكرا لك يا نجية.
Karama, I think we can go get a brief update from Dr. Abdul Wahab, if he's here, about the continued bombing and injuries coming to Al Shifa Hospital. Dr. Abdul Wahab,
Yes.
The situation continues to be bad. Actually, it's getting worse in the last couple of weeks. So more and more bombing, more and more injuries. Can you give us any updates? What's happening at Al Shifa, please?
Good evening. The bombing since morning not stopped at center of Gaza. Since morning we receive a lot of cases at Al Shifa Hospital. Until now at Al Shifa Hospital, we receive around 3 mass casualty. Every mass casualty are more than 20 cases. The last mass casualty we receive around 7 to 8 children after explosive injury after the IDF bombing occurred, and all the wounded for children between 12 to 20 years. The cases really, some of cases are critical cases, amputation, head injury. One of the cases, child, 15 years, shrapnel direct at the heart. He arrived to us after explosive injury. He died at ER. We don't have time to resuscitate or do anything for this child. So all the day we receive the wounded, the bombing not stop. Until now, we receive the patient.
Dr. Abdul Wahab?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry,
I'm talking about the situation. Since the morning, we receive a lot of cases, mainly most of cases after explosive injury, children between 12 to 20 years. Some of cases have critical injury like amputation, head injury, abdominal injury. The bombing until now continues, mainly at center of Gaza. The bombing not stopped since morning.
Wow. الله يحميكم. يعني I have no words.
There is a situation now so bad, so dangerous.
Yes, we have been hearing, and just like somebody has to stop these thugs. We do have our nursing group.
Yeah, they were gonna join in a minute. Let me just send them the
بدهم الرابط بيحكوا.
yeah, I'm gonna send them now. Yeah. Did we email it to them? Oh, it's my mistake. I did not give you your. I did not give you their email. I'm sorry.
إذا بيعطيني الإيميل. أعطيته. أوكي.
Yeah. We
إيش
can
أعطيته؟
send.
أعطيته اسمك أنت باسم نضال؟
No, the one that you shared in the other group.
تمام.
Hopefully they can join now. The problem is Hasan only has half an hour, so I'm gonna try to have him go first.
المشكلة إنه راح يروح على الأودينس مش راح يكون
Oh,
معهم
audience?
panelist link.
Oh, it's not a panelist link. I'm
No.
gonna not give you his email, yeah?
لا إذا بتعطيني إياه على السريع ببعث له إياه.
Oh, okay. That's me. I'll take you.
وين راح دكتور عبد الوهاب? The casualties, to which hospitals did they go?
الشفا hospital. I'm now at الشفا hospital.
الشفا hospital, okay.
Yes.
So that's from the north of Gaza, the casualties?
Yeah. The only MOH at north of Gaza.
Okay.
Can we send? We do have Dr. Mohamad Saqr email. You have it in the system, yeah? Did you send him a panelist
Saqr,
link?
yes, I have this.
Yeah. And I shared Hasan's email too.
Oh, you did, okay. تمام. Please tell him to check.
Okay. Rasha, how's the time with you? Do you want us to go now or can you wait a little bit? لأنه footage? Okay.
I can wait.
دخل؟
I think I have to ask them to raise their hand. Can you?
It's not there. إذا بيقدر يروح على الإيميل تبعه أنا بعت له اللينك. حسن طهراوي أوكي.
إجا؟
إجا.
Oh, Hasan is coming. Okay. So despite all the problems, despite all what the people of Gaza are going through and intentional destruction of the healthcare system, the nurses, the healthcare workers, the doctors in Gaza continue to try to improve their skills, to improve their education, to improve their response to this catastrophe that no health system in the world can or have the capacity to respond to. And despite all of this, they continue to educate themselves and to document their experience. And one of the very shining examples of this is the nursing department at Nasser Hospital, headed by Dr. Mohamad Saqr, who will join us soon. And also the amazing Hasan Al-Tahrawi, who yesterday he shared with me all the degrees that he has. He has like 10 degrees. masters all over the place, from Gaza, from Turkey, from all over the place. He went to Turkey 1 year and he started educating the Turkish people how the Turkish language. Now he's heading the team at the the nursing department in Gaza to write a book about emergency nursing procedures in a way, a manual, an easy manual to document all the procedures, the best way to do them, to make it very simple for the new nurses. And also, this is combined with another project for specialized nursing, which is to have the nurses in each department have extra special experience in the field that they are doing. So Dr. Mohamad Saqr, inshallah, will join us soon. And Hasan is here. So Hasan, please, I want you to introduce yourself. I'm not going to introduce you, and share with us what the work that you are doing. He's almost 80% there into his project, so it's not final, but I know once you hear him, we trust him that he will finish it, and that is Hasan work. تفضل حسن.
Welcome يا حسن.
حيا الله دكتور عبد، حياك الله، كيف حالك؟
شرفوا بعض.
حبيبي يا حسن. حبيبي حسن.
حسن احكي تركي، احكي تركي الله يخليك. بقى احكي لنا كم كلمة تركي.
Hoş geldiniz hepinize. Selamun aleyküm hepinize, hoş geldiniz. Ben Hasan, Filistinliyim, Gazze'de yaşıyorum. 23 yaşındayım, evliyim ve benim çocuğum var.
ارجع للإنجليزي.
خلص تومي
ما صدق.
No more Turkish. والله عن جد
المشكلة أنا
رشاش.
لما بحكي إنجليزي عشان بحكي تركي يعني بخلط في الكلام، فتحملوني في الإنجليزي ها.
اسمع،
ولا بالعربي ايش
اذا الموتور
بحكي؟
عندك بخلط، شو بكون بده تغيير ايش الكسكين ولا ايش؟
كرانك بدها راس الموتور
اوكي
كرانك.
اوكي يا حسن، اهلا وسهلا، تفضل.
احكي بالانجليزي
هلا دخلنا رسم، احكي انجليزي هلا.
تمام. Hello, how are you? My name is Hasan Tahrawi. I am from Palestine, from Gaza. I am live in Rafah now. I am working in Nasser Medical Complex and International Medical Course as a staff nurse. I am have a bachelor degree of nursing from Palestine College of Nursing and master degree from Islamic University of Gaza, and the newly enrolled PhD in medical surgical, and I am have a diploma in anesthesia and resuscitation, and diploma in Turkish literature, and giving a Turkish lecture for foreign language for Arab in Turkey before 10 years ago. Now I will discuss my work as a nursing procedure manual book. This book is focused especially specialized for newly graduated nursing and specialized nurses that working in the emergency department and high alert unit and HDU high dependency units especially. تمام، الصوت واضح؟ my voice
صوت واضح. Can you share the full screen? What do they call it?
presentation mode.
حط على presentation mode الله يخليك.
تاني ما سمعت شو؟
presentation mode عشان تبين كل الصفحة بدل ما يبينوا التابس تبعونك.
قصدك هيك اعمل؟
يعني أكبر إشي ممكن.
قصدك هيك ما؟
أيوة.
اوكي.
actually لا مش هيك، بس في إشي تاني ممكن تعمله.
قصدك هيك يمكن.
أيوة برافو.
اوكي.
برافو. Yeah.
Now I will review my work. Before 5 months ago I working for this book. يعني I am يعني working for this book daily at least 5 to 6 hours of working for to يعني to خلينا نقول حتى نعرض هذا الكتاب بهذا الشكل. To review this book for nurses in Gaza Strip. This book name Clinical Nursing Procedure for Gaza edition, the first edition from Nasser Medical Complex. This book have multiple content, airway and respiratory topic. In this topic I will discuss about basic airway maneuver, airway adjunct and endotracheal tube. tracheostomy care, autotherapy, arterial line cannulation, central line, IV fluid, blood transfusion as atopics, drug calculation, electrocardiogram, vital signs, advanced cardiovascular life support, and automated external defibrillator. For monitoring and assessment, I am included multiple topics such as Glasgow Coma Scale, AVBU assessment, a Braden scale, Apgar score, and most critical lab values, ABG and VBG, venous blood gases. Wound and skin care, wound care dressing, vacuum dressing, negative pressure wound therapy, and pressure ulcer, and a Braden scale to predict the severity and to predict the suspectability for the patient who has highly risk or moderate risk for developing pressure injury. Catheter and tubes, polycatheter, angiotube, Rayleigh tube, chest tube, intercostal space. About procedure and sampling, lumbar puncture, ascitic tab for paracentesis, pleural aspiration, joint aspiration, suturing, stomach care, and patient with external fixator. What is the nursing rule and the care that gives for any patient with external fixator? About IBC and infection and prevention control and safety for patient safety, I will discuss a three pillar of IBC can include infection and prevention control, PPE, personal protective equipment, doffing and donning, and multiple topics such as nebulizer medication administration, insulin administration, antibiotic administration, IV infusion pump setup, TBN, and incentive spirometry, chest physiotherapy, suction, mechanical ventilation, defibrillator, and cardioversion. The most differences between the cardioversion and defibrillator in emergency department, skin graft care, type of syringe, a crash card emergency trolley, a triage according to the color-coded system and severity index, hemorrhage control, types of injection, and IM injection site, patient positioning, gastric lavage, urine sample collection and urine analysis, cervical collar application, tourniquet application, RSI rapid sequence induction or intubation, chest decompression for tension pneumothorax, cast care, sputum sample collection, wound swab collection, and now I will finish the book after finishing this two topic, throat swab collection and splint application. This is the topic for this book. Now the contributor I am make the book alone just by myself. Chest tube I will present for any procedure multiple topics such as introduction, highly illustrated cover that presented the procedure name and it presented the procedure goal in the first one. Now I will discuss about chest tube thoracostomy. I will discuss about definition, indication, contraindication, material and supplies that needed for any nurses before insertion for this procedure or for any procedure. The nursing rule, I will focus about what is the nursing rule before, intra, and after any procedure. Invasive or non-invasive procedure, and nursing rule plus nursing consideration and critical consideration that we must to be aware for any nurses during or after ongoing treatment for any procedure. Is about we will discuss complication for this procedure and highly potential risk problem that faces the patient after insertion or after making any procedure, and the intervention, how to intervene and reassess for any procedure. And for any procedure that included in this book, I will discuss about illustrated guided image, highly guided, highly resolution image for all component with the name of all component for all procedure to facilitate the access for any procedure and to help to give a rapid intervention without making a chaos in the place in the emergency department. Now, step-by-step guided, highly illustrated picture from evidence-based book that is, I am put it from general surgical book by screenshot, and I included this picture for any procedure in this book and discharge and follow up for any patient with a pneumothorax or for any patient who with this procedure. For any procedure we will do for any patient, we must to make a discharge plan and follow up as a nursing rule. And what is the nursing rule during the removal of intercostal drain, and what is the nursing consideration must to be aware as a nurse during or before, during, after removal of intercostal space. And I will discuss for any procedure what is the procedure related problem. A highly potential risky problem may be the patient face or complication that face the patient after insertion or after making any procedure. For example, chest tube insertion, most common potential problem list that face the patient: tension in pneumothorax, massive air leak, sudden tube dislodgement, chest tube occlusion, severe bleeding, absent of flocculation, absent of tidalling, kinked or clamped tube, and sudden drop in auto-saturation. What is the nursing rule if the patient develop tension in pneumothorax? We will discuss the model framework in nurses. This framework called PIE model. PIE, problem intervention evaluation. I will discuss what is the main problem as a topic, what is my intervention as a nurse after this problem, and what is the management will successful or not, the patient tolerated management will or not. For example, tension in pneumothorax, about a problem, acute respiratory distress and hypoxia, patient developed hypoxia and respiratory distress, and absent of the breath sound, plus hypotension and tachycardia. L'intervention as a nurse, the nursing rule and intervention for this problem during or after insertion of the chest tube: a high flow rate oxygen, supplemental oxygen to prevent cellular oxygenation and prevent cellular hypoxia, assess chest tube patency, ensure chest tube if clamped or not clamped. You must notify the doctor immediately, and you must to prepare for emergency decompression, and you must to document everything and what you made in this intervention in your note to protect yourself and to protect the patient, because the patient safety is our goal and is the first line intervention as a nurses. Blood glucose monitoring, the same. Blood glucose monitoring, purpose, indication, contraindication, nursing rule, IV fluid, types of fluid: hypo, hyper, isotonic, colloid, crystalloid, and with how a fluid is distributed intra and extracellular. What is the osmotic pressure? What is the osmotic pressure? What is the osmolarity? What is the mean of osmolality? What is the mean of isotonic fluid? What it is the most example of isotonic fluid, and what is the indication of IV fluid, such as iso, hypo, hypertonic, and the contraindication for any fluid, because any fluid is a drug. If give the fluid without known what is the indication for this fluid, will be harmful for the patient. Procedure related problem: fluid overload, pulmonary edema, electrolyte imbalance, IBC, and air embolism. About wound care management: a type of wound, a type of dressing, a time D protocol, a wound dressing change supplies that needed during a procedure. A critical note must to be considered during dressing, and problem related and highly potential risky problem during dressing for any patient. central venous catheter or central line definition, indication, contraindication, and equipment, and the anatomy and physiology and factor affecting that consider when choosing a site of central line or central venous axis. And factor central venous catheter insertion steps. In this slide, what is the most complication and highly risk and potential risk for any patient for a central venous catheter or for central line insertion? In this procedure, I will discuss after any procedure about a grateful presentation or a grateful cover, such this example. When I need for inserting any a procedure, invasive or non-invasive, as a nurse in Gaza Strip with environment with limited resources, what is the challenges that faced in Gaza, and what is the alternative for any procedure that faced or obstacles in the Gaza Strip, such as a limited supply, limited resources, destroying of hospital, lack of infection and prevention control measurement, and multiple factors that was a obstacles and the challenges, and we as nurses modified alternative intervention to save life and to reduce mortality rate in Gaza Strip. A blood transfusion rule of the nurse during blood transfusion, a pre, intra, and post blood transfusion, and if the patient developed a blood transfusion reaction, what is the nursing rule systematically according for systematic steps, and what is the most clinical or most highly potential risk problem that faces the nurse during blood administration or a blood transfusion. This is a slide discuss the position, supine, born, lateral position, semi-fowler, and high fowler. IV cannulation according to the color from orange to yellow, indication and contraindication, and when we use the orange IV axis and when we use the blue IV axis. And in this picture, I am talk about the anatomy for the IV cannula, gauges the most common veins for insertion, contraindication size, and now step-by-step procedure. In this slide, illustrated guide for IV cannulation. I will rapidly, in 10 minutes, I will finish the discussion about my book, because my book is a very big book needed for multiple hours to give a chance for my colleague to discuss any issue in this book. A type of injection, type of IM injection, type of a syringe, a drug treatment, a drug calculation, conversion formula, a drop factor, measurement system, volume related formula, a pediatric dose and tablet calculation, IV flow rate calculation, and what is the shortage of a drug and chemotherapy in the Gaza Strip. I will added a real picture from Nasser Medical Complex for patient we are deal with us in the hospital in Gaza. I will replace this picture that generated by artificial intelligence by realistic human being picture to give the genocide topic in Gaza Strip. سامحوني في الانجليزي شوي، احيانا انا بعرف انه بهبط، بس يعني بطلع منها كويس. ماشي الحال.
Hasan is asking permission to do multilingual presentation. So what you don't get English, you have to get it in Arabic or in Turkish. So you have to be open. Ahmed is
عربي
universal. احكي اللي بدك
لا
اياه.
لا تحكيش عربي.
كلام الانجليزي
بعدين بصير نترجم لك.
لا الانجليزي مفهوم لحتى الان فيش
مفهوم،
مشاكل.
لا فيش
ممتاز
تمام
ممتاز
تمام.
يا
قديش ضايل
ما
عندك؟
فيش.
قديش ضايل عندك
انا
يا
بصير اخلط ميه مع زيت، خبرني دكتور.
اسمع، قديش ضايل عندك؟
في 3 دقائق وبخلص.
3 دقائق عشان الدكتور صقر يحكي. ممتاز، اوكي.
5 دقائق تتدلل.
لا، ثلاث
اندوتريكيال تيوب.
ثلاث
اها
ثلاث
اوكي.
ثلاث
3 تتدلل حاضر. Endotracheal tube, illustrated guided picture for endotracheal tube, endotracheal tube steps and anatomy and high potential risk problem, ABGs, Allen test, ABGs interpretation, BaCO2, HCO3 and الBH interpretation, الBIE nursing model for this procedure, arterial blood gases, a Glasgow coma scale for ICU admitted patient to determine the score of conscious level, pressure injury, multiple picture. I am added multiple picture. This is bone prominence, highly suspected area for a pressure that developed pressure injury. Stages of bed source, stages of pressure injury stages, external fixator dressing supplies, standard precaution IBC, hand washing, hand scrubbing, hand rubbing, segregation of medical waste, doffing and donning of PPE, handling of sharps, and how to deal with needle stick injuries accidentally, and waste management, nasogastric tube, equipment of nasogastric, equipment and the procedure, urinary catheterization, types of Foley catheter, steps by steps, illustrated, guided, and nursing procedure, orthotherapy, oxygen therapy, the most common oxygen therapy devices as FiO2, flow rate and indication and contraindication, pleural aspiration, and LB lumbar puncture, ascitic tab, blood culture, and vital signs and hemodynamic monitoring, suturing, joint aspiration, triage, crash card emergency trolley, ACG, ACLS, all tachy and bradyarrhythmia involved in this book, defibrillator and cardioversion differences, airway maneuver, jaw thrust, head tilt, chin lift, and airway adjunct and devices, OBA, NBA, LMA, and endotracheal tube, mechanical ventilator setup, and basic mechanical ventilator setting, and multiple modes, indication, contraindication, and ventilator alarms, AAD in out hospital and pre-hospital for paramedic and first responder, automated defibrillator, tracheostomy care, stomach care, and vac dressing system, Apgar score, pre-op consent form, and post-operative nursing intervention for bowel surgery, caring of patient with the skeletal traction, pain management, a trauma approach, a primary survey in AD, ABCDE assessment, a primary and secondary survey initial assessment, Bern Parkland criteria and rule of 9, addressing management and the time D protocol, cardiac monitor, ACG leads and the cardiac monitor, nebulization therapy, insulin administration, types of insulin, rapid acting, short acting, intermediate and long acting, and ultra acting insulin, antibiotic administration and some principle, IV infusion setup, incentive spirometry, and chest physiotherapy for patient with DBLD and COPD and chronic lung obstructive pulmonary disease, suctioning and total parenteral nutrition, skin graft care, gastric lavage, urine sample collection, cervical collar, and tourniquet application, rapid sequence induction, needle decompression, cast care, sputum collection, wound swab collection, throat swab culture. This is my book briefly in 10 minutes just. Thank you for everything, Dr. Nadal, Dr. Mohamad Saqr, all of my colleagues in this presentation. I am very happy to be here with you. أنا سعيد جدا أن أكون بينكم، فخور جدا على وجودي بينكم طبعا، وتشرفكم جميعا.
تسلم تسلم. بس بدي احكي لك فيدباك على السريع
شرفت،
من
تفضل.
الناس اللي بيحكوا. I'm a graphic designer and I'm very very impressed by this work. Very impressive. This presentation is top notch. Thank you. Can't keep up with this incredible man. Bravo Hassan. Your contribution to medicine will be lasting. وفي there is more. So people love your presentation. Bravo.
Hassan,
بدعت.
Hassan motto is I am unstoppable. Nothing will stop me. And he wants all of us to be like him.
لازم نرفع راس الدكتور أبو
And
أسامة بإذن الله. قلت له أنا راح أرفع يعني تفتخر فينا وتعتز فينا.
2 days
كلمة أنا
ago,
هكون قدها.
2 days
وراسك يا
ago,
دكتور نضال والدكتورة كرامة طبعا، وأنا بتشرف في أي شخص بدعمنا ولو بكلمة. الله
2 days
يجزاكم
ago,
خير.
2 days ago, when the bombing was happening there next to him, and he was rushing to finish the book. And I told him, man, what drugs are you taking? I mean, how are you so optimistic despite all of this? And by accident, it seems that he has some multivitamin pills. He pulled it out of his bucket and he shared it with us. So, mashallah, yeah, we're inspired by you. Again, this is just a very quick, brief review of the comprehensive basic manual for nursing for every nurse to be able to have this basic information very easy to get. It's all illustration, clear illustration, great book. I think Hassan is about 80% into his book. He will finish it inshallah in the next month or maximum 2. And this book is part of a more comprehensive project led by Dr. Mohamad Saqr. He's the head of the Department of Nursing at Al Nasser Hospital. The team includes about 10 to 12 specialized nurses, mashallah anhum. Each one of them at least has a master's degree in nursing, and each one of them is an expert in his field. There is orthopedic nursing, there is burn nursing, there is ER nursing, there is medical, surgical, each one of them. So this is going to be an overall manual for all the nurses. Then each one of them will put in the process of writing and preparing a manual that is specialized in that field. So orthopedic nursing, they will have a special manual that's very comprehensive, more detailed for orthopedic, situations. The ER, they have their own manual. The medical, surgical, they'll have their own manual. So Dr. Mohamad Saqr, he is the father of this idea. He's the one who's running this project, and we're all here to help him and help his team. And he saw the potential in Hassan, so he recruited him, and we help him recruit him. So please support DAG. This work is being supported by DAG with the leadership of Dr. Mohamad Saqr and Hassan. Dr. Mohamad, تفضل, can you tell us more about your idea of specialized nursing in Gaza? And as you said, this is going to be the first type of, the first project of this type in Palestine or even in the region. تفضل.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. صوتي واضح دكتور نضال؟
عليكم السلام. واضح صوتك. تفضل.
نعم let me say that we are in a disastrous land where we face continuous assault against Palestinians. So we have to think differently and find solutions to this situation. Actually, the idea of this book comes from a day when I was in the emergency department. At that day, we received nearly 350 Palestinian civilians injured. 350. It was very messy, and the situation was very hard in the emergency department. We put patients and citizens on the ground of the ED. I tried evaluating patients with my team. There were nearly 30 patients need chest tube urgently, but the number of the staff, doctors, doctors, were not enough to insert chest tube. I asked my nurses if anyone could insert chest tube. They told me that they have no skill nor educated how to insert chest tube. I could get that day. I could get 2 doctors to insert chest tube, while we nearly missed the others. The others maybe died because there was a short number of the staff inside the emergency department. So the idea was, what if we could improve the skills of nurses and turn them from general nursing program to specialized nurses? I really wanted to help find a solution for this situation. Dr. Nidal, the Israeli army, when they attack hundreds of together at that time. So we need more knowledgeable nurses, and the idea comes at that time that I need to get specialized nurses in the hospital at any cost. So I quickly formed a committee from promising nurses. They hold at least master degree. I quickly had a meeting with them, including Hasan Tahrawi, Hani Barbakh, Yasser Shat, and others. I told them we need to make or do a book for improving the skills and knowledge of nurses as soon as possible, because if we could improve the skills and knowledge of nurses and educating them to perform and do advanced procedures, this means that we will save more lives in the emergency department and ICU and other wards. The challenge was, as you know, the Israeli army destroyed all our colleges and universities inside Gaza Strip. So there was no way to contact university or college in order to suggest such a program. The choice, I had to depend on myself and on the committee that I formed. Then I started looking for people who can fund the project, people who can support us in making this book and getting and provide the nurses a chance to be a specialized team. Thanks for Dag. Thanks for you, Dr. Nidal and Dr. Karama. Really, you came on time and you offered supporting us in making this book. We got the fund from you and we started making this book. And then this means that this book is designed particularly for improving the skills and knowledge of nurses to meet the complexity of this mission inside Gaza Strip. And the other thing that I want is that we convey our suffering to the world. We want this book to be different. It's the first kind of this book we have in Gaza Strip here. So this book will include 2 main aspects. The first is the scientific material itself, and the second is how we behave in genocide. For example, let me just simplify my idea. In this book, you will see the standards of procedures, how scientifically it's performed and done by nurses. And the second is how we did the procedure during the genocide. For example, in skeletal retraction, according to the science and scientific books, we use like metal in order to make external fixation. But in genocide, we use sand, buckets and bags of sand in order to make external fixators. We were derived from getting bags, for example. We use some chest bottle tubes sometimes and food dishes sometimes in order to collect urine, for example. We want the world to understand and see the severity and the pain of this genocide. And we want the nurses, the future nurses, to know how to behave if they were exposed to the same situation where we were, as we were. Actually, uh, this book is really rare and will get us to get more skillful nurses. This book will convey to the world how was painful to work and like introduce healthcare during the genocide. Thank you, Dr. Nadal. That was the idea of our book.
Thank you, Dr. Saqr. Thank you, Hasan. Any questions or comments from the panelists for Dr. Saqr and Hasan? Hasan actually has to leave, go to work. Hasan is a non-stop, so if you have any
شكرا
questions.
جزيلا. انا عشان مداوم، الله يجزاك الخير. اشكرك جدا دكتوري نضال، الله يجزاكم الخير. دكتور محمد ابو اسامه، دكتوره كرامه، الحضور الكريم كل باسمه ولقبه مسماه. فرصه سعيده، هذا شرف كبير لإلي طبعا. اتشرف بكم جميعا.
شكرا شكرا.
دقيقة يا حسن.
Yeah,
If anyone has questions for Hasan and Dr. Saqr, please. Any comments?
I have a comment.
Yeah.
So Hassan is doing this work with very limited internet, and he specifically said that he does not even have a chair that moves or a desk. He does it wherever he has internet on the floor. So the work is excellent, but the effort that went into this work is 10 times worse than anything we can imagine. So bravo, Hassan. We are so proud of you.
اشكرك، الله يديك الصحه. Thank you very much.
I want to add also that getting this manual and this book, this is just the first step. This is going to be an ongoing project, because once we have the manual completed, there's going to be an ongoing training project for every nurse in Gaza, the new nurses and the old nurses, because as Dr. Saqr said, we want every nurse to be able, when they are faced with mass casualty, to be able to intervene, to be able to do procedures on their own, because when you get 350 casualties and you have one doctor, two doctors, three doctors, five doctors in the emergency room, that's not enough. It will help, it will save a lot more lives if we have another 20 nurses who can do at least the basic procedures, chest tubes, intubation, decompression, these things. So this is increasing the capacity that every emergency room, every hospital can respond to these, even with limited amount of doctors, because the nurses in this case will be, able to act, and they have the skill to act on their own. Now, Dr. Swiyang, you have a question or a comment?
No, it's just to express how impressed I am with what he has produced. I've got no words except that I'm very impressed and I'm very inspired that they have done this, because it's not only for Gaza. There's all over the world where the people, need an instruction manual, because not everybody go to a medical school, not everybody has got a BSc in nursing, or a doctorate in nursing, and usually in countries that are under attack and war, even in emergencies like tsunamis or earthquake, usually it's the nurses and the paramedics that need the most, and they are the ones who save the lives. If they do a good job, the patient lives. If they don't know how to do it, the patients die. So congratulations, and let us know how we will support you. And I really look forward to using the book myself. Okay.
Thank you.
I'll be the first reader of the book too. I need refreshing and re-education.
Yes. Yeah, the nurses will be better than us, when we are confronted in a situation like Gaza. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Swiyang. Maribeth? Where did she go? Oh, I think she lacked.
Should we have
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Here. Okay. Hi. No, I'm here. So will this book ultimately be available for purchase globally?
Absolutely. You bet.
Yeah. I would really for those who don't know, I'm going into emergency medicine. And I feel like this would be a really great book for me as a primer, that I would like to study it, because then as I learn from Gaza, to bring it into my day-to-day life in the clinical setting. Oh, Mary Beth, where did you learn that? Well, from the nurses in Gaza. So I'm looking forward to buying this book. This is phenomenal. Thank you for the education and training. And wow, I'm just really excited to have it.
So the good thing about this manual and this book and these multiple books, going to be multiple because each specialty will have their own detailed manual. They combine the standard medical practice with the learned practice from Gaza. How did they manage to function and do these kind of responses to mass casualty traumas despite the lack of medications, equipment, procedures, the high number of casualties. So it's going to be a combination, and it's going to be really, really, helpful for every one of us, especially people who face these types of, wars, catastrophes, or having to deal with this type of severe injuries with limited resources. So it's going to be like a, what do they call it? An extra learning experience. Anyone else? Any questions? Annie, are you ready? Do you need do we need support for this work for Dr.
Yeah, I'm always ready.
Yalla, Annie, we need support. We need people to support this work.
Okay, so you have, of course, the medical presentations. I'm the money presentation. And what I pledged you is every week I'm going to show you a different reason why you must give and why you must give now. So if you stick with me every week, I think you will learn my part of the world, the money world. So the most important thing after killing everybody they can in Gaza is to erode the wealth of Gaza. In the 1800s and for centuries before, Gaza was extremely wealthy. It had its own currency. That's how wealthy it was. That's very unusual to have your own currency in the time of the Romans and so forth. Okay, so when the Israelis say mow the lawn, which is an expression that comes from before the Gaza genocide, by the way, they have been expressly using this notion of mowing the lawn in Gaza. In other words, it is to eviscerate the physical assets, not just the hospitals, but everybody's home, which is their private wealth. You don't have much else for most people. I mean, you might have a car and a few other things. So this is a complete attack on the wealth, and to constantly erode it. You have it, it gets destroyed, you have to rebuild it. So I want you to think about your giving to DAG also in this way. And very interestingly, as I wanted to talk about this with you, Najia said the essential thing to us at the beginning: there is no cash in Gaza. I want you to take in for a moment what that means. There is no cash in Gaza. So now hold that thought and let me interpret for you what DAG is doing to help with that. So in all of our giving, we create value. We know immediately we are helping lives, saving lives, enabling hope and goodwill. But it's more than that. The first layer of DAG giving of value is that we pair up with unbelievable people like Hasan. Believe me, having just written a book, you never, ever make money, I mean, rare exceptions, writing a book. Okay, you do this. You are contributing thousands and thousands of hours. Hasan is nodding here. So DAG is pairing up with amazing doctors, nurses like Hasan, everybody else, with the value that they are contributing, and largely that is unpaid value. So everything you give to DAG is going in a multiplier right away. That's the first layer of value, the medical trusted network that DAG works with. But then comes the economic, the second one, the economic multiplier. Every time we get $1 in, we get $1 into Gaza, which by God is a hard thing to do. And I don't know how much longer we might be able to do this. We cannot count on this 2 years from now necessarily. Every time we get $1 into Gaza, we are holding up the economy. We're buying food with it. our partners are, I should say, transportation, doctors' time, nursing time, suppliers. We are recirculating $1 many, many, many times. We have to get that money in. I trust DAG implicitly and explicitly. When I give monthly. I'm asking you to do the same. Hopefully the link is up there for you. I'm asking you to give it on a monthly basis and on a general basis. I trust completely the three founders of DAG to decide that tomorrow the money needs to go to X or Y or A or B. Let them make that determination. So we have to keep this circular economy going. We have to get the cash in so that it buys transportation, it buys supplies, it buys whatever it needs. And there's the great news of the hideous circumstance is there's nowhere for that money to go. It pretty much circulates. So this is essential. So I want you to think that we are not only keeping people alive, we're keeping the economy afloat, and we will never make it out of this trap that they set for us, this mowing the lawn, eroding wealth, unless there's money flowing into Gaza. It has to get into Gaza. So I want you to follow the link. I'd like you to make a monthly pledge. If you haven't already, go now. We're here for 3 hours. You have plenty of time. In my case, I make it general. So DAG decides. And I believe they have the best way of deciding. We have to keep the money alive. Let me raise two ideas we've raised before. In addition to doing that, ask if you have an employer that has any matching, or in my case, I have a sister who works for an employer that has matching. My money goes to her, then goes to DAG when we make a family gift, which is separate from my matching. One of our members here, her son is having a wedding soon, asked for no money, all the money to go to DAG. Can you think of events like this? Finally, in the new one, and this brings in Rasha, who's also on the call with us, we work with Priests Against Genocide, and they have no website. They just maybe are not savvy in that way or haven't gotten around to it. So we proposed to them a few days ago, could we encourage them to get a website? We're going to do so much with them in social media. And could we encourage them to work with freelancers in Gaza? And oh, by the way, we have Rasha, and she has an amazing organization with 50 or more Gazan freelancers. We have to get money into Gaza. So think about, in addition to your giving, can you work with Rasha and others? So cash has to go into Gaza. And then we go right where we start with Ahmed. If we have cash and with the expertise of people like Hasan and so forth, we will rebuild Gaza. We will. And DAG will be around until Gaza is rebuilt. So please use that link. Thank you.
Thank you, Annie. Thank you, and thank everyone. We need your support, and I just want to kind of comment on one point. Actually, it is not DAG who decides, because usually we center the victims and we give them the agents to decide. So the people of Gaza are the one who decide what they need and how they want to do it and what it takes to do it. And we are all here at their service. We are all here to support them because they have been through this. They are the one who experienced this firsthand, and they are the one who know their people, their culture, and the best way to do it and the best way to respond to it. And unfortunately, Gaza has been through this multiple times in the last few decades. So that learned experience, internalized experience that they have does help us a lot because they are much more resilient, much more responsive than any other impacted community anywhere else, even in the West Bank, because they had this learned experience from previous attacks. So without any further due delay, we're going to listen to Rasha now. Rasha is an entrepreneur from Gaza who is running something called freelancer incubation projects. This is to educate and to help young people, students included in Gaza, how they can do their own business, their own freelancing, and get a job, learn a skill so they can provide for themselves and for their families. Because, as we always say, these communities, they don't want our aid. And as Najia said, I don't want you to give me a fish. Teach me how to fish, and I will do it on my own. And that is always the motto of the people of Gaza. We want to learn this. We want to do it. We want to take care of ourselves. Stop bombing us. Open the blockade, open the crossing, give us what is needed to be done, and we can do it on our own, and we can do it ourselves even better than anyone else. So, Rasha, it's all yours. Please introduce yourself and tell us about this project and how far are you in this project. And we are also honored to work with you as well as with Dr. Mohamad, Saqr, and Hasan, and everyone in Gaza. تفضلي.
شكرا.
Hi, everyone. Good evening for all. Are you hear me well?
We can hear you,
Yes.
Rasha, but we cannot see you.
Just a minute. I will reopen it from my phone. Okay.
دكتور السلام عليكم، انا بقدر اغادر اروح اكمل الشغل تبعي.
أيوة، شكرا
شكرا.
لك حسن.
اسمع
شكرا.
يا
دكتوري.
على السلامة، يعطيك العافية.
حبيبي
الله
حبيبي
يحميك. يلا
ممنون
مع
oldum.
السلامة.
Teşekkür
تسلم.
ederim. İyi akşamlar.
وات ايش؟
İyi akşamlar. تصبح على خير. ممنون oldum.
تركي صار.
السلام. سلم.
وعليكم
حسن
السلام.
go to work guys. يلا ثانك يو، يعطيك العافية.
السلام ورحمة الله. وعليكم السلام.
رشا ممتاز، هيك أحسن.
Good evening for all. I'm Rasha Ajrami. I am the CEO of a creativity agency. It's a digital agency, provide all that online services that you need, like websites and digital marketing for your business or online business. We are our company in Gaza, located in Gaza, and all of their services provide for some Gulf region companies and some European business. Today, we will talk about just a minute about our project. This is the presentation. I can present it. Okay. You see it?
Yes. Very good.
Okay. The details about the first 2-month freelancer incubation results. This report outlines the results of incubating 50 remote workers operating in global market across various specialization. This professional required support in accessing facilities, equipping with stable electricity and internet to enhance their productivity and increase their average monthly income. The selection and the timeline. Okay. First campaign launch. Our campaign launched on March 28 with a 2-day registration period. The applicants, we have 180 individuals applied to benefit from the grant. The selection process after we have this filter, this process, we have 50 beneficiaries were selected. The incubation started on the 1st of April in 2026, and we have just a minute. Okay. Yes, the operation begin on the 1st of April in 2026, and then we started our program. So we have 50 freelancers who are distributed across 2 incubators as follows. Creativity incubator, we have 35 specialized freelancers who require heavy creative flows and engineering environment, and some of them as content writer, graphic designer, a lot of services that they have, and they can provide it from Gaza to all business in the world. And the second hub, we have 15 specialized remote workers as freelancers. Also, some of them are development and consultation, have the consultation services. Okay. On our work hours in the last 2 months in Creativity Incubator, a total of working hours, we have more than 7,280 working hours. We were utilized over 26 working days per month. This average to 8 hours per day for each of the 35 freelancers in creativity. In Vibe Hub, total of 3,120 working hours. We utilized over 26 working days. This average to 8 hours per day for each freelancers in for each freelancers from 50 freelancers in Vibe Hub. We can see that the financial impact and achievement posters, the program has achieved an exceptional milestones, enhancing the participants' earning and financial efficiency during its first month. We can see the average month income per, the average income were increasing from $300 per month pre-incubation to be $500 post-incubation per month for each freelancers. So we can see that maximizing hourly value, this means we have increased 66 per 6 points for in revenue was achieved while amounting the exact same number of working hours directly boosting the value of their time. So we have the vision for project for June and July. For this project, we will focus to achieve this number, $500 for each freelancers here, and we look to expand this number from 50 freelancers to be near 100 freelancers. We can see that this will help there's families, there is home, there's all needs, there are needs. So we look to increase this number for from freelancers. We have a lot of partner, and we have a lot of people that hope to need to help these freelancers in Gaza to improve their skills and increase their average month revenue. So this is what we will focus in June and July. This is about the program in the last 2 months and what we need in next 2 months. And I'm very happy to be with you today and hear from you, and any question, and I will be happy.
Thank you, Rasha. Thank you for this incredible
Okay,
work.
just a minute, Nidal. I have a video from some freelancers in Gaza.
Yeah, please share it.
Yeah, okay, just a minute.
Of the freelancing profession. I would like
You want to stop sharing this PowerPoint and share the video, or? Rasha, are you there?
سامعين؟
هلا سامعينك. يا تفضل. You want to stop sharing this one, the presentation, so you can share the video, or how does it work?
We have some of freelancers in BiPub, and this is BiPub. Okay, and then there is a creativity agency. Yeah. All of them are very happy to incubate them.
Do you have a video or just the pictures?
سمعت الفيديو انت صح؟
ما سمعنا الفيديو. لا ما we did not hear the video.
مش سامع.
الفيديو ما سمعناه.
Oh my god. Just a minute.
عجبني freelancer incubation project. I would like to thank Dr. Against Genocide for their support. This project helped me to improve my skills and become professional. Thank you for your valuable incubation.
مرحبا، أنا أحد المستفيدين من برنامج اختبار فريلانسر. بتشكر مؤسسة أطباء ضد الإبادة على دعمهم للمسيرة المهنية ودعمهم للفريلانسر وإيمانهم بخبرات الشباب بقطاع غزة تمكينهم نحو مستقبل أفضل.
أحد المستفيدين من نظام الفريلانسر التابع لمؤسسة أطباء ضد الإبادة. المنحة ساعدتهم في الاستمرار على العمل وعدم مواجهة المشاكل المتاحة مع الأطباء أو الإنترنت. كانت تساعد في تطوير معلومات بالمعلومات.
يعطيك العافية رشا. Great work. So you have already 50 registrant freelancers that you're training them, improving their skills, and there was an impact. There was a 60% increase in their productivity over the last 2 months. And for this month and next month, you're planning to increase the number to 100, while at the same time maintaining or continue to improve the skills of the one who are already there. So that's great work, and it's only happening because of our supporters who are supporting us, and because of the the genius work of the people of Gaza and their determination to always improve their skills, always uh, be able to provide for themselves and for their families. Anyone has any questions for Rasha, please? Anyone needs freelancers help with anything, graphic design, computer software, front end, back end, all kind of things, because now they can help us. They can do the work. And if anyone actually has any relation with companies, projects, corporations all over the world who do need help with, translation, with IT, with graphic design, with media, and all these things, please contact us or contact Russia because we need to find jobs for these people that we do train, and we will make sure that they are very well trained, very capable to provide the work that they needed. But we need to find them part-time jobs, full-time jobs. It depends. Any connection does help. Again, Russia is the CEO of the Creativity Corporation. It is based in Gaza. It's been there for about 13 years. And they are also helping us with so many other projects beyond this, including, observation and guidance with other projects that we do in Gaza. Any questions for Russia?
I just want to say that the timing is perfect. I was mentioning Russia before, and she's on the call today. Priests Against Genocide. Again, we pitched them. We said, this is a perfect connection with their mission to support primarily Gaza, but other genocide areas, and they need to fix this problem. And Rasha and her team have the solution. So if there are others who really are inclined to Gaza, it's really important that we get money into Gaza to keep the economy at some level before it sinks even further. So Priests Against Genocide was so excited by the idea. They have a board meeting this week, and they are going to present this as how they align their mission with their money.
Great. Great news. Yep. Any other questions, guys? Don't forget the people of Gaza, don't forget Russia and her team. We need to find jobs for them, and we need to actually benefit from their experience, from their skill. And also, we need to keep supporting them and train more and more people. They managed to train 50. We want to expand this to 100. And, after that, keep expanding the projects, because the more people we train in Gaza, the more they have skills, the more they can provide for themselves, for their families, and the more that they become independent of aid and all the other conditions that are imposed on them intentionally, because they want the people of Gaza to be unable to rebuild, unable to survive on their own. So this is part of the resistance against that project of annihilation and extermination and complete subjugation of the people of Gaza. Everyone in Gaza is responding back to this genocide and atrocity in their own way, either music or IT or technology or medicine or ideas. So we're all thankful. Shukran ya Rasha.
Thank you for all.
Thank you. Now we're gonna have some news about our colleagues, the supporters from the flotilla. We have Mr. Zarni. Please introduce yourself, introduce your friend. We want to hear about what happened. Again, we are really grateful for them. We're grateful for their sacrifice. We have John and his colleagues, first-hand witnesses of what happened. We want to hear from all of you. Go ahead. John, do you want to start? Do you mind if I have John moderate this conversation now? John?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes, hello, Mong. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Mong and I met in a delegation to the West Bank last September, or no, 2 years ago, or April a year ago, right? And we got to know each other and each other's work, and he's a tireless writer and scholar of genocide, and he has a good friend from his part of the world that was on the flotilla with me. I don't think we met at first because there were, gosh, 600 or 700 of us all together. But I was captured in the first wave of interceptions of 22 boats, and I think he was captured in the second wave, about 60 boats captured. So I'll let you introduce him, Mon.
Okay. Thank you, John, and thank you to DAG. Just very briefly, Ko Tim, it's his Myanmar or Burmese name, and his passport or official name is Rees Ahmed. Ahmed being the Arabic, Muslim sounding name. So that got him into the greater troubles with the Israeli occupation force on the prison ship. I just want to make one point emphatically. We came from Myanmar. He belonged to the genocided, oppressed Muslim minority called Rohingya, and I belong to the perpetrating, predominantly Buddhist community. So we are brothers, despite this political genocidal persecution. And what struck me about the Palestinian is that in 2020, 24, I was just outside of the Church of Nativity, and two Palestinian security guards came up to me when I was introduced to them by a Palestinian friend as Myanmar and a Buddhist, and they were visibly quite agitated that there was a Buddhist Myanmar while the country was committing genocide against their Muslim brothers. And so I explained to them that I opposed the genocide. And I realized that, the Palestinians, despite whatever was whatever they were undergoing, either genocide outrightly in Gaza or the genocidal occupation in the West Bank, they have this tremendous capacity to care for other oppressed people, and that is really something out of this world. And so when Ko Tim or Rees contacted me that he was getting on the Sumut flotilla, I was overjoyed that we have another victim of genocide that was going to take the risk of being abused and abducted, and he joined. And so that's all I needed to say. He will explain to you what happened and his background and how Canadian security police received him upon arrival at Toronto Airport 3 days ago. Reese, brother.
Kozarni and Dr. Nadal, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi, Mesa. How's it going?
This is Karama, but you know Mesa. Yes. My sister.
Guess where I am? I'm actually at this walk for Israel. We're doing the walk against Israel. All my colleagues are here. And it's disgusting how much police presence protection they have for this event called Walk for Occupation. Come back to the flotilla. John, you were in the first batch. I just heard you probably sailed from Barcelona. Is that correct? Or from Italy?
From Italy, from Sicily, yes.
Sailed from Sicily, and then you guys were intercepted and taken to Greece and then deported, I believe, right? There were some that did not get intercepted, and then they continued to Marmaris.
Correct. Where did you join?
I joined from Marmaris. So for us who left from Marmaris, we barely had two days in sailing until the Zionist occupation forces came, abducted us, and took us to this what's called a torture boat. There were two detention ships. One was notoriously very torturous. They deliberately put us into these containers, dark containers, where five military and police would come in and beat us. I was tasered. I was kicked, punched. I went through a strong concussion / migraine. I don't know exactly, but better than my colleagues, some of who went through broken bones, broken ribs, fractured ribs, one with a punctured a punctured lung, pneumothorax. I don't know the right terminology. You guys would know better, but all of that went through just because we were carrying humanitarian aid, unarmed and abducted 200 miles before reaching Gaza. You know, there were other boats that were abducted 100 miles from reaching Gaza, and we wouldn't have been surprised if one of us were torpedoed or brought down by there were some boats that were actually fired upon, so they didn't shoot missiles, but some boats were actually fired upon. So yeah, and after this entire detention of 48 hours with very little water and barely any food and no medication, by the way, there were people who had, who had diabetic medication with them. There are people with heart medication with them. The medications were taken away from them. Just for being a brown guy, every time moving from one station to another, they would literally say, Ahmed, and I'm in Canada, I could understand those who are speaking Arabic. There's a lot of Arab Jews. So, Ahmed, in Canada, and the Muslim, Kalb. Kalb means dog, and they would kick and put my head down and then take me to the next station. So this is their treatment. You do not have a professional army or a professional police that would thug up on five people on one unarmed person. It's only a group of thugs. It's only a group of people who are really out there, to thug up on somebody, to gangster up on someone, And this is what Israeli forces is. While we were there in this detention ship, all of the snipers that were looking at us, you could see that their rifles were either American, their uniforms had some European origin. Perhaps the bullets were made in Canada. We have documentation of how Canadian-made ammunition components go from here to through the United States to go to Israel. So, the fact of the matter is, while the occupation forces are doing their genocide, it's us, it's Canada, United States, rest of Western Europe that is equipping them, that's arming them. And this is where the real fight, if you are not fighting inside Gaza, like our brothers and sisters who just presented from inside Gaza, then those who are outside, for myself and for my comrades over here, as we come to this walk against Israel, this is where the real fight is. The inhumanity, the level of inhumanity out there, they have just lost their sense of what's being human. I'll give you just one example so that I'm not taking too much time. While we were getting back on this prison transport truck and our entire ordeal back in Ashdod and through the prison truck and then going into, we barely were given a glass of water. Imagine that. And when we arrived at the Eilat airport after about 48 hours, the prison guards deliberately were showing off by drinking water in front of us. We begged them. And then with some mercy, perhaps, they gave us 2 500 milliliter bottles of water for like 20 people that were in there. We just took small sips. And that was the only water that we got for 48 hours, some of us even longer. The police officers and the custom officers, the female officers especially, they would sing in front of us while we were detained, while we were going through, humiliations, getting naked, stripped, slapped around, and then told, you are a dog, you're a pig, you are Muslim, and the kalb, all of that. And they were singing in front of us. Some of them were in these galleries drinking champagne or having coffee, having this like as an amusement. So this kind of thing only happens when you are a group of thugs, not a professional military. So we have to have, while we are going for a Free Palestine movement here in Toronto, I believe we also have to have a movement that exposes what is Israel, that exposes the reality of what the Zionist entity is. And that's where I'll end. I'm so glad I'm alive, I'm healthy. I have some marks from tasers, I have marks from tightening of the wrists of of the but nothing severe, nothing compared to what my fellows, our brothers and sisters, endure in Palestine. Nothing at all.
Yeah, I
We
just
keep
want to
going.
add. I just want to add one thing, the Reese. You were too modest. He spent 15 years in the Canadian Air Force, and he was honorably discharged as a major because he was under enormous pressure for doing like human rights activism for his own Rohingya people in the camps in Bangladesh, or like organizing like rallies for Palestinian people. And also, he didn't mention like two other things. Upon arrival at Toronto Airport, the five the security cars, basically abducted him again from the airplane, and then like drop him in the middle of nowhere in front of a mosque. And then his mother and two brothers and his comrades were waiting for him with water and flowers at Toronto Airport. And then finally, I think Reese is part of a group of international activists that have taken the case of Israel in breach of like torture convention to the International Criminal Court, and the court is looking into that. And he was in The Hague giving the personal testimony. I just wanted to add those three things that he left out.
Thank you, Kozarni. Yes, indeed. So right after the ordeal, many of us returned, but I was amongst those who were privileged enough to go and make an initial submission to the International Criminal Court. And there is grounds for investigating this. So inshallah, keep our fingers crossed. Inshallah, there's going to be something that will come out of this very soon. So yeah, and Toronto police and Toronto systems, they are all involved in this right from the ground up, and it's high time we start dismantling them. This is where the real fight is. If we are not inside Gaza, then the people outside, we have to turn off the tap here that's feeding them, feeding the Israeli occupation forces, that is.
Yeah, Reese,
Thank you,
let me ask an additional question to add to what you just said. So when we got to Istanbul, flown from Greece by the Turkish government, we were taken to the Center for Forensic Medicine, where we got hour-long medical and legal histories taken. Were you able to participate in that in Istanbul?
Certainly, I was. I gave my testimony. They did all my tests. They took examination and pictures of all of the wounds from tasers and from really strong handcuffs, a cut-off blood supply. Like, I'm not the only one. There are some others. There are people who have gone through even worse. So yes, I was there.
And I was told that Turkey is building a case based on hundreds and hundreds of these examinations to take against Israel, but I don't know what will become of that. Has anybody heard any more about that?
Well, the last I heard from our legal team here, because GSF has a legal team locally and everywhere that they're operating. So our legal team just informed me, it was just fresh off the press yesterday, that Turkey is about to share some of its stuff with Canada, at least with our participants, so that we can present something, or we can build a case of a similar nature here. Although I'm not very convinced that it's going to have any promising prospects. You're fighting, like you're presenting to the Zionists, to give us justice. I don't know how far it will.
See your turn, Cliff. See you. I'll look out for you.
Nadal, you're muted.
So thank you, Mr. Ahmed. Thank you, Mr. Zarni, and thank you, John. We're happy that you're all back home and you're safe. And as Mr. Ahmed said, the fight against injustice and genocide does not end. It's actually here, the belly of the beast, where we can make more difference by, stop sending bombs and money and political cover for these criminals who are committing these crimes. And we would be also honored if Mr. Ahmed and Mr. Zarni come back next week or the week after and talk also about the genocide that is going against our people, the Rohingya people. We want to hear also about that injustice, please. And it seems you are qualified to give us more insight on what's happening, what's the updates on this, and what we can do to help on that front also.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. John?
Yes, thank you all so much for doing this. I had some thoughts about how, and we've talked about this before, trauma repeats itself. People who have been hurt others, and nobody does that better than Zionists. And totally out of the blue, my experience on the prison ship, and Reese, I was fortunate enough to be on the one where we certainly weren't treated well, but we weren't beaten until we resisted a little bit. And it still occurred to me the things that they were reproducing from what I know of the Holocaust in the movies, the many movies I watched in my lifetime, because all Westerners are well schooled in the Holocaust. It's part of an educational program that is part of the whole Zionist project that I wasn't aware of was how unique. There have been many other genocides in the world. Your own people for example, but we know nothing about those. We only know about one genocide, one Holocaust. And my education came out. I wrote a little essay about it that I put the link to, just the reproduction of that. That was just so profound to me. The other thing I wanted to say is you said the cruelty of these, but I actually felt, I hate to say it, almost sorry for these guys. To throw us a bottle of water, they would yell, get away from the door, come in with two guys, not with guns, but armed for a full combat, as if they were going against Russian soldiers or something. I mean, drum rounds on their guns, that held 100 rounds, not just 20 or 30 rounds, as if to give us the message that I could kill each one of you one by one with my gun alone if I wanted. It was so preposterous that it was pathetic, I have to say.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
John.
Dr. Nadal,
Yes.
if I can ask you, mashallah, you have, ever since I follow you, this is no better time to ask you for some suggestions on what we can do for our small group and our movement in Scarborough to counter, like, I can't imagine after coming from this ordeal, you've got a walk for Israel, and that I'm witnessing, and there's like thousands that are filling the streets. Like, this is just mind-boggling. Like, what needs to be done so that what can we change in our activity and our strategy that can shake this further? Like, how can we not have this kind of walk for Israel? What can we do better? Please, I'm asking you the question. If you can give some suggestions.
I think awareness, increasing awareness is the first step, educating more and more people, mobilizing more and more people. Unfortunately, it's not just the walk for Israel. It's what's worse about that is being run by the most right-wing activists who are supporting Israel. And in New York, in their walk for Israel, in New York, it was attended by the most extreme ministers in the Israeli government, Smotrich and the like. So it's not just the average Israeli or the average minister. It was Smotrich himself. The good thing is, for the first time in history, the mayor of New York did not attend that walk. So that is an achievement. So that is good. We give him to Mayor Mamdani. And all the ones who did attend, all the other officials, New York officials did attend, but they ended up regretting it and apologizing the next day because that Smotrich and the right-wing thing was done without their knowledge. There was no informed consent to the people who are watching there or joining that, march, that the extremist Zionists are going to be there. So in a way, I think we are changing things. It is slow. It's not fast enough, but that's why we are here in this space, to learn from each other, amplify our voices, educate more people, mobilize more people, and until we reach the point that every city, every country is ashamed to be partner or to be on the part of those who are committing these crimes. Unfortunately, the Holocaust industrial complex, they have been working on it for almost a century now, or 70, 80 years, and they infiltrated every space. And as John said, they made it all of us. And unfortunately, they brainwashed the vast number of humanity that they are the only victim. It is the only crime that happened. And in that pursuit, they kind of buried everything else, and it gave them a justification to commit any crime, and it made everyone feel that these people are above the law. They have the impunity, they can do whatever they want, and as victims, they cannot commit no sin. So what is happening in Gaza in the last 2, 3 years is opening more and more eyes. More and more people are waking up to their truth, to their criminal project, and we have to continue working. It's not an easy fight. It's not a fast one, but it is a fight nonetheless that has to be done, each one of us with, and we are guided by the resilience of the people in Gaza, the people of Sudan, Rohingya, who are our guide star, that we have to stay steadfast. We have to keep the work, despite all the difficulties, despite not having enough resources, not having enough numbers. But we know now that the last Pew poll, I think, in the United States showed that 60% of Americans have unfavorable opinion of Israel. 60%. That is a record, the first time in history. We never dreamed of this before. So it will eventually trickle. We are having Dr. Hamawi got elected. We have Mayor Mamdani. We have having more and more voices making it to these halls of power that will change things. And more importantly, we have the people. And eventually the politicians will listen, inshallah.
Allah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Thank you.
Yes.
We got some motivation after all this.
Thank
Shukran.
you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ahmed. It is an honor to hear from you and to be in the space with you. And please come back every week, and we need to hear more about what's happening in Rohingya. As John said, education awareness is the first step toward victory. Dr.
Inshallah.
Swing.
Can I get some of my colleagues to say hello to you?
Yeah,
while we
sure.
are? This is, yeah, Shabab. This is Doctors Against Genocide. Dr. Nidal from inside Gaza. We are the few remnants.
Thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Okay.
Are they?
Some of them are from inside Gaza.
They're currently inside Gaza.
Dr. Nidal Japour is not there.
Wow!
We do
I
have
was on one of the flotilla ships.
Daniela was
with his
also on the flotilla.
Ah, Danielle.
Yeah, Daniela was also on the flotilla.
Okay.
Yeah, it's beautiful to meet you. Assalamu alaikum.
Danielle, join us, you and Mr. Ahmed, next week again and tell us more about your story, please.
Absolutely. I would love to do that. I'm always happy every time that me and him get to see each other. And it's really important to spread every single thing that we experience because, of course, the first thing we say is what was done to us is a fraction compared to what is done to our Palestinian brothers and sisters. The 9,000 hostages must immediately be released. Immediately.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, much
Thank
love
you.
to you guys.
I appreciate
Yes.
your work.
That was
Thank
the
you.
most poignant moment in the prison when I saw the writings of the hostages. SubhanAllah. More to follow, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Thank you for the motivation, Dr. Nadal.
Allah
And thank you,
Khair.
Kozani.
Thank you. Thank you. Shukran. Okay. Catherine, do you want to say anything since you're an activist too? No? Dr. Suyang, you're not an activist now, Catherine?
Yeah, I just want to say something to all our
She's
wonderful
muted. Yalla. Dr. Suyang and
activists.
Catherine.
I just want to say something, In 2018, when I went on flotilla, there are only two boats. One boat called the Freedom from North America and another boat from Europe. Okay, that's all. But today is, so when you ask the question, what progress have we seen? Look at it. Look at it. Of course, they are really nasty, all right? I think it hasn't changed our strip search and all that. They broke two of my ribs and so. But compare just two boats, right? And now the GSF, goodness me, it's something to be really proud of.
Almost 200 now. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you. Now,
right.
guys, Karama stepped out for a minute, so I'm the host. So tighten your seatbelts and be ready for a bumpy ride.
Okay.
We're going to speed up now with Dr.
Okay.
and with Anthony. Anthony, are you there? I want to hear your voice, Anthony. You haven't been here for a long time. Are you still with us? Anthony. Mr. Aguilar, Anthony? If you don't go, Dr. Ahmed will go. You cannot compete with Dr. Ahmed. Where are you? Okay, let's speed up. Dr. Ahmed الفرة، أهلا وسهلا. Long time no see. وينك يا زلمي؟ وينك عنك؟
سلامات يا حبيبي، كيف
هلا
حالك؟
يا هلا، تفضل.
والله مشتاق لك.
احنا مشتاقين لك أكثر. محلو، شو مظبط الشعرات كمان.
لا أنا إيش أنا اكتشفت إنه you have a green eyes, colored eyes.
هاي بقايا الصليبيين يا حج.
ما شاء الله عليك، ما شاء الله عليك. You always smart and attractive.
الله يخليك، تسلم. انا على فكره ابو حمزي the paramedic the Jabalia point in they have a medical point there. They opened a new trauma stabilization point, and he sent us picture of the paramedics and the nurses who are working there. And in that one picture, the people of Gaza have all shades of colors, from literally black to completely white and blood and everything in between. So this tells you that Palestine and that area is honestly the mother of humanity, that all kinds of cultures, ethnicities went there, and everyone left a mark there. There is white, there is dark, there is brown, there is all kinds of shades. So I was really amazed of that picture that he shared with us. That's why
Yes,
you have
yes.
Palestinians who are, very dark and very black, Palestinians blonde, blue eyes, dark eyes, brown eyes, all kinds. تفضل.
Even their cultures also are multi origin. You can if you have for example, the World Cup is coming after 1 week in United States. They will some of them are sympathize with Egypt, some of them with Morocco, some of them with Iran. So they have a lot of multi cultured. Okay, let us start first. I would like to talk about our heartfelt condolence to our dear and beloved colleagues, Dr. Ashraf Abuallroos, on the passing of his beloved mother. We pray that Allah forgives her, showers her with His mercy, and grants her a place in paradise. May He give her family patience, comfort, and strength during this difficult time. And I hope that we will meet Dr. Ashraf again and again in the webinar, because he's always was shining in the webinar. Second, I would like to offer a great thanks for all my colleagues, Dr. Nidal, Dr. Dania, Dr. Iman, Catherine, Dr. Catherine, Dr. Sui, Dr. Phil, and everyone. I don't want to miss anyone. Dr. Karama, of course. I would like to talk about what was offered from my colleagues of nurses today, Dr. Mohamad Saqr and his team. What I want to mention, my friends and my colleagues, that in Gaza we have something, we called it or named it the pernicious and mistaken historical legacy, or the flawed and unfortunate historical legacy. That means when the Israel was occupying Gaza Strip completely, before the Palestinian Authority started to be there in Gaza in 1994, the occupational forces used to make a big difference and a gap between doctors and nurses, and make this conflict or something against something. This culture was like a historical legacy and was taken from generation to generation. Why the occupational forces did that? Because they want the conflict between the nurses and doctors to be more and more, and to make a lot of confusion in the hospitals, and to make something like reporting system. That mean I am a doctor and there is a nurse, and the nurse did something against the occupational forces. I'll write a report for the occupational forces to be a spy, okay, and to offer that information
They would just
for
throw some bread like your dogs, you know.
So how many? Mr. Zarni, can you mute yourself, please? Okay, I can do it. Oh, I forgot that I am the host now.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So this culture, unfortunately, was continued even after the Palestinian Authority came to Gaza. There is a big gap between the nurses and doctors. So Mohamad Saqr, Dr. Mohamad Saqr, is an historical leader for the nurse in Gaza. He tried to disappear that gap between doctors and nurses, and they make them one team. One team. Really, I am very proud to be one of the team of Nasser Medical Complex with Dr. Mohamad Saqr. And I'll tell you a secret that since 15 years ago, I was pushed to be a manager of Nasser Medical Complex and the Tahrir hospital, and I refused that because of the circumstances wasn't suitable for that, and I accept that since 2 years because Mohamad Saqr is there, and we make some harmony team that working with each other. And I'll tell about a little history about something event happened in the maternity department. I am the head of maternity department also. So one time a female doctor in the maternity department tried to use the vacuum extraction. We called it in Arabic ventouse. And as we know that we need just 2 to 3 pulls. If you failed in that 3 pulls, you have to stop the vacuum immediately and no further trial, and you have to go to emergency cesarean section. Because the 4th trial will be unsafe practice, and this is a deviation from standard of care, and this is high risk for asphyxia and intracranial hemorrhage and scalp injury. So the nurse at that time, the female doctor asked the nurse to try with her for the 4th attempt, but the nurse refused and told her that this is enough. We have to go for CS to save the baby from birth asphyxia. So confusion was there, and like some conflict was there, and I was reported by incident support at that night that there is something going there. I went there, and when I saw that, I ordered for the female doctor or our colleague to go for CS as soon as possible, and I supported the opinion of our nurse, and I encourage her that you are did the best decision about that case. Second day in the morning meeting, all the doctors were angry because I make something unusual. At that time, there is a doctor from Egypt. He was coming from United Kingdom, and when he saw the discussion about the nurses, and the nurse decision was right, and we support the decision of our colleague or our nurse. He told me, you know, what happening in your hospitals is looks like what happening in United States or United Kingdom. Sometimes in United Kingdom and the United States, you can't distinguish between a doctor and nurse because the nurse is over cultured, and sometimes they are sharing and they have opinion about decision taken toward a lot of patient. And that's what Dr. Mohamad Saqr did in Nasser Medical Complex. He tried to make them like a team, one team from doctors and nurses, and they will never be against each other. And I named them the winning combination between nurses and doctors. So I really feel very happy about the performance of the nurse in Nasser Medical Complex. This is for our colleague and for our nurses. In the next day in the meeting, I insisted about the right opinion about our nurse, and I told them that the nurses, they say that they cannot assist in a fourth Vacam trial as it is a fetal life, dangerous for fetal life. And this is not challenging, and this is not something like no. This is something that we are nursing team acted with international obstetrics safety standard to protect fetal life, and their concern was clinically justified, and the outcome confirms delay intervention. So this is what are talking about nurses. Second thing, I talk about the situation in Gaza. My friends, unfortunately, I will tell you that we are really in the most and severe, difficult time about the 3 past years. No ceasefire. If someone told you that there is ceasefire in Gaza, no ceasefire. 1,000 martyrs passed away since that ceasefire, and unfortunately they are selecting the good people, the active people, the elite of the Palestinian people. 2 days ago, nearly at nearly 2:30 a.m. We were awake about some bomb in front of our we are living. My wife saw a burn, and a mother was screaming at that time. She is a mother of a martyr who's from Farwana family. He was prepared for his wedding day at that time, and he was burned by attack of airplane. And unfortunately, his mother saw him while he was burning, and she couldn't do anything for him. My wife
Before
and
you go,
my
Dr. Ahmed, Alhamdulillah al Salami, I forgot to tell you that. So sorry,
Allah
Dr.
يسلمك.
Ahmed actually just he was lucky, but they got bombs just right next to where he stays a few days ago, and that is the groom who was ready to get married, and they killed him, they murdered him. It was next door to Dr. Ahmed, and we're so sorry for your loss, and so sorry that you have to see this, or anyone of Gaza has to see this. And Alhamdulillah al-Salami.
Allah يسلمك. My wife and my daughter was crying nearly for 1 hour and 2 hours about the scene and about the mother screaming at that night. The voice is very loud at night, and you can't imagine that a mother can saw her son while he was burned, and she was preparing him for the suit and for everything to have the wedding day at that time. And what is the explanation of the occupational forces? That they thought that this man maybe will be a threatened for their security. They think that he maybe do anything for what is that? What is that happening? They are taking the judge and they are taking the execution for anyone just by thinking or by intelligence artificial intelligence equation or something like that. Someone he has to die, someone he has to live. This is unbelievable and unaccepted. Again, we are suffering nowadays, and nothing change according to the health situation. I think the two webinar before you told me, Dr. Nidal, that Dania is traveling nearly 4 hours by the car. Dania, please keep driving, because I didn't drive a car since 3 years ago. I forget how to drive the car. So this is something you have to
A
think it is
privilege,
good.
yeah. It's a privilege we have to enjoy. We are really
You
privileged.
have
Yeah,
to
you're right.
enjoy.
Yeah.
We lost and we forget everything in that life. We really now just looking for the webinar and Zoom and see our colleagues outside, and we think about the normal life. We forget the normal life. We forget everything about interesting in our life. But you know, when I saw the smile faces like Dr. Catherine and Dr. Dania and everyone and Dr. Iman, we really feeling very optimistic. And also Dr. Karama, we feeling that we have a lot of optimistic, and we have to continue, because again we are you are supporting us, not just by laughing, not just by words and pretty words, but also by your supporting for doctors who are working in the hospitals. A lot of projects. I saw the projects of planting and agriculture. I saw a lot of projects of Doctors Against Genocide. Ministry of Health make a meeting with me about what Doctors Against Genocide offered for Nasser Medical Complex. I told them, really and honestly, Doctors Against Genocide they saved the Tahrir Hospital from collapsing, because MSF was collapsing from Tahrir building, and there were, the Ministry of Health is not offering any money for the doctors, and we really have nearly 10 or 12 doctors who are not receiving any money, and Doctors Against Genocide supporting these doctors and save the emergency room. They are receiving nearly 400 patients every 24 hours, and they are dealing with them and save the life of them. So again, this is another thank for our friends and our colleagues in Doctors Against Genocide. Again, my friend, we're still suffering from lack of everything. I saw a statistic for Ministry of Health about the number of cancer patients who are dying every day. We are losing 3 to 4 patients every day from a category of cancer. We nearly have nearly 12,000 people who are affected by cancer, and every day we are losing 4 patients because there is no chemotherapy and no radiotherapy, and even no a lot of medication or equipment that need to satisfied or know the source of cancer. I have a relative for me who has something belongs to cancer. They don't know what is the origin of the cancer. They saw focus in the liver, 3 or 4 focus, and they saw aortic lymph node enlargement, and they think that it is from the colonoscope. They did colonoscope, but they didn't found the origin. There is no chemotherapy. She started just to justify the food and not to eat sugar, because she want to fight the malignant cells by some food. She thought that this is enough to fight against cancer, but this is something that she's believe in it. We support her until she can travel outside. Also, I want to mention about the problem that belongs to oil for the engines for the hospitals. We want to talk about the problem about the electricity in Gaza, about the water. They pumped the occupational forces, they pumped the water source, the only source of water for Gaza many times, and the municipality of Khan Yunis tried to fix it and they pumped it again. So their message is you have to evacuate from Gaza, and they are talking about that frankly. Netanyahu and his team, they are talking that Gaza should be evacuated. And what we are talking about, inshallah, if we evacuate, inshallah, we will evacuate toward Jaffa and Jerusalem and Haifa and Al Khalil and Nablus, inshallah. That it is the way that we can evacuate toward. No evacuate in the other side, just to our old cities, to Nablus, to Al Khalil, to طول كرم إن شاء الله.
And Yafra.
وضروري يا دكتورة كرامة تعزمين على كنافة نابلسية في نابلس إن شاء الله.
على راسي.
إحنا ماخدين وعد لنيذرلاند before, you remember؟
لا أول نذرلاند.
لا أول نابلس.
بس نعيش لنيذرلاند.
يعطيك العافية دكتور أحمد. Thank you for keeping the smile. Thank you for sharing the information with us.
Thank you.
If you have some time, please stay around for a minute. We want to hear updates from our colleagues in Congo. As you all know, the situation there is bad.
Yes, please. I will wait and I prepare my daughter, Dr. Layla. She want to talk.
Is she there with you?
No. You can start and she pray العشاء إن شاء الله.
We will be ready for her. Yeah, please. We will be ready for her. We want to hear from our colleagues, Philippe and Elvis. I don't know who wants to go first, Elvis or Philippe. Depend on your connection. Elvis, are you there? Philippe, are you there?
Yes,
Okay.
doctor, I'm here.
Who has a
Yes,
better
Philippe
connection,
can
or
go.
who wants to start first, please? We need the updates. We need to hear from you.
Elvis can start.
I
It's
think
okay.
Philip will go first.
Wow, that's the typical Arabic or an African or whatever. Yeah, everyone wants. Go ahead. Yeah, تفضلوا. Philip, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. I don't know if it's evening. Greetings from Goma in Congo. I hope you can see me.
Yeah, very clear. The sound is clear too.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
So I'm here and so grateful again to be in this platform to give an update about what is going on in Congo. I was here 2 weeks back. We were talking about the outbreak of Ebola that is killing people since the month of May in Goma and the eastern part of DRC. I am a public health worker. I work with a hospital, as you know, the Centro Medical Afya Yetu in Goma, where I lead the hospital with a team of nurses and doctors. So this week we have a confirmation from the health authorities of 488 confirmed cases of Ebola in Congo currently, and only 86 out of the 488 are dead. So this is over 17% of fatality rate. I am glad to inform that though scientifically it is not yet proven that the product which is healing the people, but people are healing. We have people who have been released from hospitals. They are given certificates, and this is wonderful. As I said, what we are treating right now is only the symptoms. So we are doing a symptomatic treatment. We are treating the symptoms, the headache, the fever, the bleeding, but there is no internationally recognized treatment or vaccine for Ebola. So what we are doing this week, we made a program that we shared with Adija of the different activities that we'll be doing in the month of June, from community sensitization to mobile clinics that we always do in rural areas and left behind areas of North Kivu, where we go to people who cannot have access to healthcare, to the basic healthcare services. So we will be going in Karuba, we'll be going in Shasha. The last 2 weeks we have been in Nyiragongo. We went for sensitization according to the videos that have been shared, but something that was very surprising is that these people do not have even access to safe drinking water. Yet we were going to teach them about hygiene. So how do they go for that hygiene without even water? So we took some tanks of water to that side, and also hygiene supplies and washing products. And we were teaching them how to be safe and how to stop together the spread of Ebola virus. This week we will be in Karuba, and the following week we'll be in the hospital where I work. We want to make sure that these healthcare personnel are safe. They don't need to get contaminated while trying to treat others. The PPE materials that I talked about the previous time that were at $40, right now it is $48 due to the close down of the borders. So we cannot cross, we cannot go to the neighboring countries, whether Uganda or Rwanda or Burundi, but they are allowing materials to cross the border, but the prices have gone a little bit high. But with the support that we are getting from all the partners, especially the Doctors Against Genocide and all the donors, we are sure that we will keep on reaching these communities. We'll give these materials to the nurses, to the medical doctors, so that we are safe also while treating others. But the sick people, the victims, and all the people we are taking care of are okay right now, but the number of victims is sincerely reducing. And this is very, very nice. So that is what we are doing in Goma. Thank you once again for the support. Thank you for what you are doing to give us a hand. The volunteers are here in Goma, and we are going on ground to make sure the beneficiaries get the support you are sharing with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Philippe. Thank you for the update. Really appreciate it. I hope you and your people be safe and withstand this new outbreak that is happening, the very dangerous one. We're happy to work with you and to support your community. Alvis, please go ahead and share your updates too, please.
Yes, thank you very, very much, and good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone from us here in Goma. I think it was right to let my colleague and brother Philip to give you the update on the Ebola outbreak. I will just go back to what I shared with you in terms of security in the region. I know last Sunday I mentioned to you that this rebel group came into the Ituri region and killed 6 people, more than 6 people, according to the report. That was on the night of the 30th of May. Few days after that, the night of the 2nd going to the 3rd, the same group, the same rebel group, came and killed more than 15 people. Once again, no one has reported, no international media has shared the genocide that is going, the genocide of Congolese people that is happening every single day. And for us, for some of us who are on the ground, who work in the media, we continue feeling a little bit tired now to see the same thing is repeating itself every single day, and no international media is paying attention to that or is sharing those information. Sad, this is happening where the government is in control. It is happening where we've got the MONUSCO base, where they could protect the civilian, but they're not doing anything. Yes, my brother Philip mentioned that the border still closed, and they have a massive impact on people. That means even though we've got goods that are coming in terms of food, medication, but the people have been in this region for more than 3 years with no jobs. The majority were displaced. The majority of people that we support didn't have access to any means in terms of work or money. And now the challenge is huge because they can't even afford to buy a single meal, or they can't even afford to buy a paracetamol when they are in hospital. In terms of update from the group that I'm part of, the Ubuntu team and myself, this week we were blessed enough Among the patients that we support in hospitals, I don't know if probably the new people are here may not know. We go to local hospitals and we help people who cannot pay for their hospital bills. And this week, we managed to free 3 people. And today they invited the team to come and see them in their community. And we are very, very glad and we are grateful to all our partners. We are grateful to Doctors Against Genocide to continue supporting the people, the Congolese people who are in need. So we still have a few more people in different hospitals, and what we are doing at the moment, while we are waiting to raise enough money to get them out of the hospital, we take care of any of their medication, prescription. We buy food, daily food for them, because there is no support, there is nothing that they are receiving from the hospitals or from the people are controlling the region. So at least this week, we had those very, very good news to share with you. We got 3 people, 3 women. Among those people that we freed, there is a young lady who has been in the hospital for more than 6 months. And that is since the day the person was given the last bill. They could not pay their bill and they had to stay in hospital for 6 months with no support, with all the risk to catch other disease. And all the people that we are supporting in the hospital where they are, the medical staff are lacking of enough protection. We are in this time of Ebola, and the majority of people, as Philippe mentioned, the majority of the medical staff don't have enough PPE kit. They don't have enough protective equipment that they need to make sure they are safe, but also they make sure the patients are safe. Those are the reality that we are facing, and those are the updates from us. Once again, thanks to every single person who has been supporting DAG, so that DAG can be able to support the work that we are doing on the ground. And I will just finish by reminding everyone that the genocide of Congolese people never ever ends. Started 30 years ago and continue. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Elvis. Thank you for the update, for the important information. And yes, the genocide has been going on for 30 years, all just to exploit the minerals and the resources of the Congo. There is a saying about the Congo. Congo is like one of the wealthiest countries in Africa or in the world with all its resources.
Yes, it is.
But those resources became like a curse against the people, because everyone from all over the world wants to exploit it and take the money out of it at the expense of the people there who don't even have enough money to eat or survive. And to connect that with Palestine, most of those billionaires or exploiting the resources of Congo are the ones who are supporting the Israel and supporting the settlement building in Palestine and in the West Bank. And I think Aisha mentioned that many times. She has the names and the file of those people. So all these crimes, all these atrocities are connected. The victims are the same, are the poor people, the native indigenous people, and those who are exploiting them are the international, interest groups and the billionaires and the racist and the supremacist, the Zionist movement and its lobbies. So please keep speaking up. Please support our people in Congo. Please, we have, you can support Elvis and Felipe and Aisha work directly, or you can support them on DAG. We have a link to support our people in Congo. It's there on our website. We can share it here again. Everything does help. They are going through, worse crisis in the last few weeks than what they have been going through for decades. This Ebola attack is something that is really straining the already very limited resources that the people of Congo have. So please, every support, spread out the word, educate the people, raise the awareness. The people of Congo need our help. Usually they could fend for themselves, they could provide for themselves. I think many of these outbreaks would not even happen if they were left alone from the beginning. But the world, unfortunately, did not leave them alone. It destroyed their natural habitat, it destroyed their forests, and opened the room for all these outbreaks to happen at a pace that them alone cannot handle. They need your help and our help. Thank you. Anyone has any questions for Felipe and Elvis, please? Any questions, any comments?
I have the donation link in the chat if anyone wants to support Congo.
Please support. Everyone should support, please. So, Philip, do you have any final comments, please?
I would like just to say that we are so grateful and we are fighting Ebola together. So please continue supporting.
Thank you. And sorry for the noise. I had two meetings going on at the same time, but it's okay.
It's okay,
it's about Gaza too. Thank you, Elvis. Thank you, Philip. Stay strong. Keep us updated, and we promise that we will continue to stand with you and to talk and speak about the atrocities that the people of Congo are going through and these unnatural outbreaks that are happening to the people there. Again, please, everyone, people of Congo, the people of Gaza, the people of Sudan need your help and your support. Thank you. And going back to Dr. Ahmed Al-Farra, to the future doctor, to the future generation, to Dr. Ahmed Al-Farra, daughter who just started medical school. Where is she? Where are you hiding here, Dr. Ahmed? يا هلا هلا نورت عمو.
أهلا.
السلام عليكم. Good evening.
Good evening. تحكي انجليزي كمان.
طب تعال معي.
عارفين عليك. لا انت لحالك. لا عارفين عليك. انت احكي لحالك.
بالانجلش ولا بالعربي طيب؟
احكي بالعربي او كلمه بالعربي بعدين نبلش بالانجليزي. كيف حالك
انا
عمو؟
اسمي
شو اخبارك؟
الحمد لله.
كيف صحتك؟
الحمد
منوري.
لله بخير. حالك انت يا عمو؟
ممتاز الحمد لله. مبروك.
ممكن تحكي لي عمو ما بعرف
عمو يا عمو لسه منيح. اذا بلاش تحكي لي جدي بعدين. شو اسمه؟ مبروك تخرج.
الله يبارك فيك ان شاء الله.
احكي لنا مين انت، شو قصتك بالانجليزي هلا. خلي everyone hears you please.
يا رب استر. So good evening everyone. My name is Layla Ahmed Al-Farra. I'm a first year medical student. I just entered the college.
Yes. I joined the college.
Joined the medical college.
Yes.
So I've been through a lot of things in the war, and I graduated from school. It was a very hard time without any food, without any snacks, and it was like a really hard studying in that time. But yeah, I did it. And I'm so grateful that for everything that you do for us. I'm really grateful for everything. And I'm really happy that I'm speaking right now with you guys, all of you. It's really like, I'm so grateful.
You know, Dr. Nidal, we was moving from area to another area, from Khan Yunis to Rafah to Nusayrat to Zawaida to Khan Yunis again to Zawaida again. And I was afraid about Layla because she was in a very critical station for her life. The last year of school, and she will be in. She would like to be a doctor and to join the faculty of medicine. And the only colleague or the only faculty available nowadays is medicine, because they are studying in the hospitals. So she was really looking for that, and we pray to God that inshallah she will succeed. She was really strong, and she was doing her best, and alhamdulillah, she have the marks that were able here to join the Faculty of Medicine, and really, we were very surprised and very happy and very satisfied about her succeed. Now she's studying anatomy, and I tried to help her. She told me that the origin of muscles and is very difficult. How can I have it? I told her you have to adaptize about that because we are foreign in medicine. And I told her that you will be have an ideal person like Dr. Karama, Dr. Nidal, Dr. Dania, and Dr. Swi, because not just studying medicine, think to be something like an angel, helping people and looking for the other people and try to help anyway. So not just to study, not just to practice medicine. No, we have to look for others, to help others and to support others. Continue, Layla.
إذا بدك تحكي بالعربي ليلى بنترجم لك أو بابا بترجم لك.
Yes.
بس ايش احكي طيب؟ انا ايش بدكم تعرفوا؟
طبعا أنا بدي أحكي لك محمد. Did Muhammad used to steal your food? Whatever left of the food, محمد كان يسرق منك الأكل محمد ولا لا؟
لا ما كانش في فود حتى عشان يسرقوا.
So there was even no food to be stolen, huh?
No.
I was trying to find a way to blame Muhammad. Did not work.
كانت
So
عن جد
mashallah,
صعبة.
يعني despite all of this, you managed to graduate and get high scores and high grades to get you to the medical school.
كانت كتير صعبة بس
How
الحمد
many hours
لله
a day were you able to study? كم ساعة باليوم كنت تدرسي؟ وكيف لما يكون no electricity و فيش كهرباء كيف كنت تدرسي؟
الله يعني مرات كان عضو الجوال فكانت كتير صعبة. مرات كانت كتير أدرس ساعات كتير طويلة ولا وقت متأخر من الليل، كنا لأنه ناسحين في مكان بعيد فكنت أروح على الدرس وأخذ ساعتين طريق راحة رجعة، فكان كتير صعب ما كانش سهل.
You know, we live in the Zawaida area, and there the airplanes and ايش بيسموها الزنانة air drone is watching everything. So when she was turning on the mobile and try to study, she was feeling afraid about that they may targeted her or something like that. لكن alhamdulillah, she finished that period of time and she succeeded. Nowadays, sometimes she coming to the hospitals with the Azhar University student and the Islamic University students, and she share the fifth year and the sixth year about something belongs to clinical more than theory. I think she's looking for something practical more than to study theory. We hope that this is one of the example of suffering to have a university or to study in a university in Gaza. Today I have the fifth year of Al Azhar University. We have a case of cardiac examination, and I invited a case that I know that she is suffering from aortic regurg, and she have something very unique and very rare, like early diastolic murmur, like pistol shot and water hammer pulse, which is something very rare to be auscultated by students. I discovered that all the students were very, very happy and very feeling that this is the first time for them to hear that murmur and to know the grade of murmur and about the heart sound and about the pistol shot, about estimating the pulse. So we try as possible to support our students because they will be the leader of the health sector in Gaza in the next few years, and we hope that they will succeed to fight in medicine and fight to save their people and save their people life. Really, I'm proud about Layla. She's doing her best. I know her mother is feeling sometimes that I'm standing with her and not asking her to share in the activity of the home, like washing the dates and something like that. So I told her, please let the doctor to continue her study, and we can support in the duties of the home, like washing the dishes and something like that.
And I'm so happy with that.
Bravo, bravo. Baba is just putting a little bit of pressure on you, not much. You have to be this, you have to be that, you have to be this, you have to be that. I am sure you have a great role model in Dr. Al-Farra. You're lucky. I mean, when we listen to him, we consider ourselves lucky because he's a walking medical encyclopedia, and he's the nicest person ever. So imagine if you have him every day with you as a father, you are fortunate.
Thank you, Dr.
Alhamdulillah.
Karam.
Allah
Thank you.
يحميكم ويخليكم لبعض.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah, thank you, حبيبتي. زميلة أنت colleague.
Dr. Nadal, you want Rayyan to talk?
وينه ريان؟ هو طبعا حبيبي صاحبي ريان طبعا. اسمع انا وريان بدنا نصير عمال بطون، بدنا نبني غزه، ما الدكاتره. وين ريان؟ Me and Rayyan are going to become construction workers and rebuild Gaza while you, the doctors, can finish the medical work.
نضال بده يكلمك تعال.
Oh, Phil is joining the construction team.
This is
نضال.
ايه ريان كيفك؟ شو اخبارك؟
مساء الخير جميعا.
هلا حبيبي، شو اخبارك؟ كيف انت؟
الحمد لله تمام والله.
ايش البلوز؟ اي فريق هذا الرياضي هاي؟
هذا الاهلي المصري.
الاهلي المصري. جدعان يا اهلاويه يا عم.
ابوي زملكاوي من اول من ولد.
ايش؟
ابويا زملكاوي من اول من ولد.
طب هاي اسمع، في عندنا دكتورة ايمان. دكتورة ايمان انت اهلاويه؟
اهلاويه
أهلوية 100 أهلوية.
انا وين ما ريان يروح انا بروح مع الاهلي. خلص الزمالك للبرجوازيين.
شكرا استاذ نضال.
اسمع الزمالك للبرجوازيين زي ابوك. احنا الفقراء خلينا على الاهلي مساكين.
خلاص احنا اهلاويه يعني.
بس I want to mention that الاهلي team is amazing team in Egypt, and we don't forget Abu Treka, who's one of the amazing players of Al Ahly, and he while was in Cup of Africa, he show sympathize with Gaza, and even he is still up till now sometimes suffering from that sympathize with Gaza, but he didn't forget Gaza, and he's always talking about Gaza and about the Palestinian people. So all respect for Al Ahly team and for our Egyptian people who are loves the Palestinian and supporting. Thank you, Dr. Ayman.
And also the people of Spain and Barcelona now. All my family are supposed to Barcelona. I used to tell them it's not worth it until we have. Who's the player in Barcelona? The good player, Ryan, what's his name?
والله احنا نفتخر فيه لامين يامال مسلم.
لامين يامال رفع علم فلسطين. The future superstar of soccer in Barcelona. يلا next time بتلبس الزي تاع برشلونة كمان والاهلي مع بعض ان شاء الله.
تقلقش انا كان عندي اكثر من 10 ازياء ل10 سنين من برشلونة، بس كلهم راحوا في الردم الحمد لله.
بيهمش ان شاء الله بنعوضهم نجيب احسن منهم. اصلا ايام ميسي ما كان مستاهل واحد يلبس البلوزه تاعته، بس هلا صار مستاهل.
خلاص ان شاء الله بنجيب له لامين يامال.
اهلا وسهلا. اهلين دكتور احمد. Anyone has any questions for Dr. Ahmed or for Dr. Layla, please?
سكر الباب بس.
دكتور ليلى مش متعودة لسه اسمع دكتور
دكتور
ليلى.
ليلى خلاص انت فيوتشر دكتور against
خلاص
genocide.
انت قاعد.
Dr. Maha Dabbagh, I think, just joined. Dr. Maha is a pediatrician from Michigan. So she's the same specialty as Dr. Ahmed. She's joining DAG as a recent supporter, a recent doctor. And we want her to sign up, and inshallah she will keep getting the emails and everything under her name. She's joining under my name now. تفضل.
Dr. Nidal, someone told me, please, I have a message for Dag. If you know any doctor who's coming to Gaza or will come, we need the gel for EEG. You know, we have a machine of EEG in Khan Yunis city, and nearly 1,200,000 people are depending on that machine. And we are ready to read that EEG, but just we need the gel, and the occupation forces not allow the gel to come inside. I think one box of gel will be supporting us for nearly 3 to 6 months. It is not expensive, but it is not available in Gaza. This is one of example for suffering.
Inshallah, we'll try our best. Actually, I'm actually on another meeting now with Dr. Ahmed Shatat, and they were talking about this. So inshallah, we'll find a way to get some gel into this, along with many other things, including chemotherapy and many other medications and stuff.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Nidal?
Yeah, can you take over, please? I have another meeting. I have two meetings
Okay.
at the same time. Thank you.
Okay. So maybe any reflections, any final thoughts? Okay. طيب يا جماعة.
We do healthcare too. So
No, we have the advocacy coming up. We need to talk about that. Iman, hey Iman, sorry.
do healthcare, but
You cannot go. When hey Iman رفع ايدها. We have advocacy day.
before I talk about the advocacy, I just guys, I am so proud of you, yeah, Leila. Like جميلة جميلة متنورة. Like I remember when I had to study the musculoskeletal, it was so hard and I was not going through a genocide. So ربنا يديك العافية. يا ربنا يكرمك. Like I'm so proud of you. Like as a fellow female physician, يعني I look up to you. Like I'm so proud of you. So keep up the great work. Inshallah khair. Any patient that sees you, I think, is going to be so lucky to have you as a doctor. You know, if you can be even this much of Baba Yani, amazing, amazing, amazing. So I just have to say that, and I just have to say, like, it's amazing hearing. I feel. I feel like so small compared to all the people in Gaza, like the amazing things, writing books and like and farming and school and all these things. So يعني ربنا يكرمكم and يديكم العافية. So like I'm in so much awe of you guys. One more thing before I talk about the advocacy on the Hill, because I know when we were talking about the flotilla, it's interesting. Like I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and this time I noticed I live in an area that's there are a lot of Jewish folks that live in the area that I grew up in, and this is the first time that I've been back that like I didn't see any of the "I stand with Israel" signs because they were like everywhere. There were Israeli flags, there was "I stand with Israel," and they were gone. I didn't see them, so I don't know what the change is. I don't know if people don't feel comfortable putting them up, but I did notice that this time. And the last time I was here was in December. Like, so, like I definitely noticed that. So inshallah, that means something. I'm not sure. But so we're going to the Hill on Thursday, inshallah. So please join us if you haven't signed up already. Dania and I are working hard on getting meetings. And this time we're going to be focusing on the children, but of course everything else will come up. You know, we take everything that the folks on the ground, you know, Dr. Farah and Mohamad, like everybody who tells us something, we try to bring those things up as much as we can to see what we can get them to support us in. So I'll let Dania say more. I talked a lot, but please join us.
Yeah, please join us. We're going to be focusing on the children that are under siege. And as we've discussed before on planning meetings, every time we address the children's needs, it'll ultimately address the needs of the entire Gaza Strip. Every time we're on a call together, we learn about a new item that's being barred, and to hear that EEG gel is not being let in, it's just indicative of just how evil these people are. And that's something that we've been advocating for from the beginning, is full access to humanitarian aid. There's a whole military setup that goes through the aid and decides what's let in. It's called COGAT. A bunch of people on the call asked what they can do. Just continue to keep pressuring your representatives. Just continue to hold them accountable. I know Iman said she doesn't see the I Stand With Israel signs in Ohio, but here in New York, there's a ton of them. So I think they're just all here. And the mobilization here, there was an Israel Day parade, and just the people that showed up to this parade was just absolutely just disgusting. But please join us. I always say it's like the most important thing you can do. You're coming face to face with these lawmakers. We're also going to be advocating for the liberation of our physician colleagues that continue. I'm sure you guys all heard of the update on Dr. Hasan al-Busafiyya. They have moved him to another prison, and he's now in solitary confinement. So continue to raise the alarm on that. As you've all learned throughout the years, is when it comes to Gaza, we need consistency. You know, we can't make one topic trendy one week and fall off. We have to continue just screaming from the roof. You know, these people, they need to be forced to stop. And as Dr. Zarni said on the call earlier that was on the flotilla, he stressed that the importance of our work here for those who live in the belly of the beast. So please do everything you can. And Dr. Leila, we are so proud of you. So proud of you. I'm so inspired by you, and we wish you the best of luck. And
thank you.
And
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
And yeah, just please guys, we can't. I mean, you know, Iman, I'm just so lucky that people continue to take meetings with us. You know, every month I get nervous, and then somehow by the grace of God we pull it off, and I'm grateful, and we have a lot of meetings this time. So please, if you can join us, I promise you won't regret it. It's truly medicine on the Hill. So yeah, that's it for me.
Thank you, Dania. I put the link for the sign up, but only please sign up if you know that you can actually make it, because we make the teams according to the numbers of people who sign up. And we have, I think, 39 people signed up this month. So hopefully we will have a productive day. And thank you, Iman, and thank you, Dania. You guys do the heavy lifting, and Days on the Hill would not have happened without you. So much appreciated. So see you guys in Washington, D.C., inshallah. And
Karama, can you try a different link? The link takes you to like something that you have to sign into for it's almost like an admin, like you have to sign in with your email and password.
Yeah, never mind. Yes. Yeah, I put the one where I see the Thank you for catching this. Okay. Here is the sign up link. I was just looking at the number of people who signed up. Good. So I think We covered our speakers. We covered what we are going to do. Inshallah, we will meet on Thursday at 9 a.m. in Union Station, as always. And from there, we will go to the offices and we will prepare a leave behind so that we can give it to the different people that we are visiting. And again, we focus on the medical. So we will be focusing on the medical repercussions from the denial of supplies, denial of food, electricity, building material that are affecting the health of millions in Gaza, especially children. The sexual violence that is happening in Israeli detention dungeons. Our colleagues who are incarcerated. And our job really is to educate the staffers, give them the information, push them to take action, to talk to their bosses, to talk to each other, to change their positions, and talk to their senators and the Congress men and women to have them pass bills and pass resolutions that allow dignity to the people in Gaza, the people in Congo, the people in Sudan, the people in Lebanon. We cover it all, and our leave behinds tend to be very extensive, and we share them with everyone before we go. If anyone wants to say final words, final reflection.
Yeah, Phil has his hand up. Go ahead, Phil.
Somebody's talking.
Nidal is like monitoring. He wants to make sure we don't leave. He wants to make sure that Karama does not close it early.
I had a question and something to say. I was very impressed by the manual of emergency procedures, and it's clearly pocket-sized. All of us who grew up with the Wash U manual know what I'm talking about. A big textbook is not very helpful because you don't carry that around with you. And the beauty of the pocketbook size thing is you can have it with you. And just before you're doing a procedure, you can pull it out and review it, which is always a good idea. And I hope it has great success and it's widely distributed. And as somebody who I've been to Haiti 9 times after the earthquake, and one of the things about practicing in those situations as opposed to our usual practice, in large teaching hospitals where at Yale, we always said we have hot and cold running specialists. You can just turn the tap on and here's the neonatal nephrologist or whatever. You're kind of on your own, but it's also an opportunity to learn things that you would never have the opportunity to learn in your big place. And so as a student, those experiences of doing things that were a little bit beyond my experience were actually very valuable to me later on in my practice. And so it's kind of a balance between what's best for the patient, and obviously what's best for the patient is the most qualified person to do the procedure. But in the context of the situation, what's best for the patient is somebody who can do the procedure. And this manual, I'm sure, will allow a lot of patients to get care that they would not otherwise have been able to get. And so that's a wonderful thing. My question is nuts and bolts. There was a post about a new place for DC. Could you give us some details on that? And I think I'm signed up, but I'm not sure. So that's it.
Details on A new place? You mean like a place to stay?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give that to you
Okay.
privately.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
Phil, can I just thank you for being in Chicago? I was so tempted to get on a plane yesterday and join you. And if I wasn't an overthinker, I would have been there right alongside you. So thank you for being there and taking the time and screaming for our beloved Dr. Hasan.
Yeah. Well, it was a wonderful experience. As those of you who know me, you know that my mom is 100 years old and lives in St. Louis, and I come out and see her on a regular basis. And so when I saw that there was this thing in Chicago, I thought, oh, I'm just going to go out now and I'll drive to Chicago and then drive to St. Louis. So I drove all night and got to Chicago about 6 in the morning. And then after the rally, I drove down to St. Louis, which is where I am now. And again, I've said this before, and I'll just keep saying it. The people in this movement are the most wonderful people I know. And that's true of Code Pink, and it's true of Doctors Against Genocide. And it's just a wonderful thing to be associated with them. Thank you.
Yeah, I cannot agree more.
Right back at you, Phil.
It's just like we are so fortunate to connect with each other and to have each other. And I think our most profound friendships are here.
Yeah.
In this group. Despite having years of other friendships, years and decades of other friendships.
Yeah.
This is the solidarity that counts.
Yeah. And that sustains us. That sustains us in the work.
It makes us keep going for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
And included in this friendship is Philippe, Elvis, Dr. Farah.
Yeah.
Dr. Abuallroos, all the people that come to us from all over the world to speak. It's really, the connections are much deeper and much more meaningful than anywhere else. So thank you.
Yeah.
Dr. Sui?
Yeah, I just
I'm
want to.
watching you guys. Make sure
I
you
just want
make-
to.
Yeah, make sure we don't run away.
I'm very distracted. Never mind. I just want to thank you all so much and want to wish you the very best on the Hill today, on the coming week. I just want to tell you that Maisa was with us for too short, very short, but her presence really energized us very much. And she came in at about 3 a.m. and by about 10 o'clock, she was outside our foreign office demonstrating and made a very nice speech. It's recorded. I hope I'll send it to you. And the following day, she wanted us to meet her in Palestine House, and everybody there seems to know her. And really, I tell you, yeah, I just feel so privileged that she came and then she made a visit to London.
Amazing.
And I owe you a visit too, okay?
My little sister. She makes the rounds.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, thank you very, very much. And today is wonderful, especially Dr. Afara's daughter. She's so beautiful in every way. Yeah.
Layla, I want to tell you one thing. Anatomy is the worst. These muscles and these nerves and these bones, it's like brutal. So we're all with you.
Yeah. And thank
Did
you.
anyone like anatomy?
No, I hate it.
The first
John
2 years.
Oh, you liked it. Phil and John, they liked it.
Did you do it
The
with
emergency
dissecting a
people,
cadaver?
yeah. The emergency people like anatomy.
The
But
surgeons.
overall, the first 2 years are horrible, Layla. So don't even count them. Just push through them. After that becomes
Yeah.
more enjoyable. It makes more sense and more clinical. But the first 2 years is بدك تحفظ وتبصم عن غيب يعني تقريبا.
Yeah. But if you want to be a surgeon, you better know your anatomy.
Yeah.
You have to love anatomy.
Well, I
You got
think
no
that's the
choice.
definition of emergency physicians. They're surgeons who like anatomy, but not quite that much.
No. We don't like anatomy, but we got to know it. Okay.
Yeah.
We got to know it.
Yeah. It's just like the nutritious food that don't taste good, but you need to have it.
Dr. Maha, are you with us, Dr. Maha? You want to introduce yourself if you're still there? Dr. Maha is new to the space. Hello, Dr. Maha? Or
Is
maybe
that
she doesn't
Nidal?
hear us. That you are muted or... Oh, hey, Doctor. Okay.
I changed it.
I know I've never met her in person, so I thought maybe it's a good time to introduce herself, but I think she doesn't hear us. Go ahead, Karama. We can close now. No more
Thank you,
delays.
Nidal.
No more delays.
Yeah, and you're double dipping in 2 meetings at the same time.
Yeah, salam.
Yeah.
Bye bye. تصبح على خير. Good night.
Yeah.
Good
And
evening.
all the
Keep up the
best
good work,
ahead.
all of you. Thank you. Keep going. Thank you.
I'll be thinking of you. Okay. Right.
Thank you.